go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heights High School for tonight's season opener basketball doubleheader between your Northwest Grizzlies and the Falcons of Heights High School. As always, in City League play, it'll be a doubleheader starting with the girls' game, followed 20 minutes later by the boys. Both games will be broadcast live here on NWHS Grizz, and you will not need to change anything on your screen as we go from one game to the other. It'll all be one program. That's the way we do it here. So it's not separate programs. All you need to do is go to the refrigerator, get yourself a cold pop, sit back, and enjoy the contest. My name is Kevin Arkin. My pleasure to bring you Grizzly basketball again this year. I'm excited for the year. It's going to be an interesting season for both teams, but in particular, I think for the girls. And I say that because the girls have had so many changes on their team. There are no seniors on this team, for example. All the seniors from last year, of course, are gone. There were no juniors last year. So there are no seniors on the team. There are only 3 juniors. They are Kenzie Edwards, Sasha Reed, and Innocent Robinson. And then we have 2 sophomores on the team, Aaliyah Richard and a new face, Kamira Barber, Though they are both sophomores. And then everybody else on the team is a freshman, and there is a freshman starting tonight for the Grizzlies. Viviana Wall will get the starting nod for Northwest here in this first game of the season against the Heights Falcons. I'm joined here tonight by our executive producer, Jonathan Shieu, who's going to bring you all the sights and sounds of this one, and our producer-engineer, Ava McGee. No relation to Todrick, as I already asked. She'll be running the computer for us here this evening. And this is her first time, or I didn't ask, where are you in school? What year are you in school? Eva is a freshman, so she is truly an uncredentialed rookie here tonight. But she will not be when this is over. When this is over, she's going to be certifiable. We hope she enjoys it, and we hope she learns something. As we always say, ladies and gentlemen, these webcasts are produced in conjunction with the audiovisual class at Northwest High School and under the leadership of Mr. Shane Monroe. These kids come out, get hands-on training in the basics of television sports production. And that's what this is all about. This is truly an extension of the classroom for these kids. You may hear me talking to one or both of these kids during the evening as things need to be instructed or directed. And, we hope that will not detract from the quality of the broadcast you're going to get here tonight. I know it won't. We're going to give you the best broadcast we possibly can. Just keep in mind, folks, as we always say, this is not ESPN, nor is it NBC. Okay, it is NWHS Grizz. We're going to go ahead and switch it over here. Marcus Myers, head coach of the girls, will join us after a 1-minute timeout with our pregame interview. And we hope again this year to make that a regular occurrence. And that we are looking for sponsors for those pregame interviews. And if you and or your business is willing or interested in becoming sponsors of our webcast, there are costs involved, and we are trying to at least recoup our costs. None of the costs have anything to do with labor. We are all volunteers up here, so it is strictly the cost of the equipment and the cost of the programs that are used to bring you the game. So if you're interested in doing that, contact me. My name again is Kevin Arkin, Arkin. You can reach me one of 2 ways. You can call me at 316-734-0057. That's 316-734-0057. Or you can email me. I've got a very easy and soccer-related email address. It's redcard, one word, redcard@cox.net. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch it off when I give you the word. And the word is, this is Grizzly basketball. You're going to click on the word cut, okay? All righty, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Marcus Myers will join us. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly basketball.
Hey, man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another season of Grizzly basketball. We're going to start it off tonight with the girls, and before the girls' game, we hope to be joined each and every game by head coach Marcus Myers. Coach, first of all, Happy New Year. Here we are again.
Yeah, we're back at it. We're excited. We feel like it was a long time, and tonight we at it again.
We just recently completed an event that I'd like you to talk about. You held your own media day here a couple of weeks ago for the girls, and they sure did have a good time about it. Tell everybody what that event was all about and why we put it together.
It's for the girls. Introduce themselves to the community, and as in they something to get excited about. They enjoy it. We had some photographers in, and we asked them a series of questions, and it's one of those deals that you get pumped up and you want to be in front of the camera for a little bit. So I'm glad they enjoyed it, but now it's time to get to work.
And I will just piggyback on what Coach just said. I actually interviewed each of the girls myself, and we will be playing those interviews at halftime during the first 7 or 8 games that we webcast this year. We'll have a little segment called Meet the Grizzly, and you'll get to meet each of the girls. Some of the interviews, quite frankly, were very, very fun to do. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and we hope you folks enjoy that as well. Let's talk about our team. The number one thing we notice, you look at the roster, there are no seniors.
Correct. That's one thing that I think every coach enjoy. You know what you have for the years to come, and it's a teaching moment for our young athletes. All of our freshmen that we started last year, they are now sophomores and juniors. So we're still young, but we matured a lot. So I'm looking forward to that.
And to tell you how young this team is, correct me if I've got the numbers wrong, half the team, 6 of them are freshmen, and then you've got only, is it 3 juniors or 2 juniors and a sophomore?
We have 3 juniors. Everyone else is sophomores and freshmen.
So it is a young squad, and we'll see how well they come together. I've already detected a lot of good chemistry so far based on that, my experience with them all on Media Day.
Yes, the culture has flipped some. We still got a lot to work on, but the way this year have started, it's a different feel. They all enjoy each other, especially on Media Day. You could tell it was together, and a lot of smiles and high fives in practice. So it's totally different. So
your coaching staff the same as last year.
Absolutely. I couldn't do it without those two. Their character and who they are, their morals, they want the same as I do.
Tell us a little bit, for those who are new to the webcast this year, just to give us a little quick bio on each of your assistant coaches, if you would.
Coach Commons. She works in the school. She know the kids. She's very gentle, especially dealing with the freshmen and the C team. So I needed that, and she's been with me this is her third year. She have a college background playing for Emporia State. So I mean, she's very strategic with her approach. So and I enjoy that. Coach Brian, he's been with me since I've been around about 15 years. So it's good to have someone you trust and he knows what I'm thinking without even saying anything. And his energy, everything about him, it's good to have both of them around.
It's going to be a great season. We're looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. And quite frankly, you didn't get a very easy draw on opening night having to play here at Heights.
I did not. This is a funny story. Since I've been in the league, I played Heights every season. Since I've been in the City League, I've played Heights. So I've been 6 seasons. So 6 years I played Heights. So we're ready, and I want them first. Actually, our team want them first. We know they lost their D1, Ziana Williams. I'm pretty sure that they're searching around, figuring out who's who right now. So this is what we want, and I could say we're lucky to have that first draw.
And sometimes it works out to your advantage to play a really good team out of the box early because they haven't got all their chemistry together yet either.
Correct, and that's exactly how we're looking at it. If there's going to be someone who upset, I want to be that first one, and that's how all of our girls are looking at it. I want to be the first one who upset Heights this season. So we're pumped for it, and we're ready to go.
Wish you the best of luck tonight against the Falcons, and we'll look forward to a visit with you before our game. Believe it or not, our first home game is on Tuesday.
Correct. We're not looking past Friday tonight, but Tuesday will be fun as well. This season it's just a different feel right now. So tonight we gotta work hard, and we gotta be sharp, very sharp and focused.
Okay, go get them tonight, and then enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Head coach Marcus Myers on our pregame show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's varsity girls contest against the Heights Falcons. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We'll see how that works. All righty, we're back here at Heights High, and we have some additional production crew members here we're going to recognize, one being Noy Malaya, who's going to be running camera later on this evening, and our official staff person for tonight is an old friend from girls soccer, Leslie Bravo, who is wearing her soccer warm-up shirt here as we speak. So we got a full boat of folks here tonight. And, you know, there'll be a point later on in the season when we'll be begging for people and nobody will be here. Isn't that right? Yeah, Jonathan knows the drill. We're about 2 minutes away here from the introduction of the starting lineups for both teams and the playing of the national anthem, and we're going to stay here for all of that. The Heights High Pep Band is already seated, and they're going to play for the entirety of both games, it would appear. So we're happy to see that. Also want to take a moment to thank a couple of people while I have a chance. I want to thank the athletic director here at Heights High School, Mike Church. Mike and I are friends from way back, and he's just a pleasant guy to work with, and I thanked him. I was on a phone call. He came up here. I was on a phone call. He walked by. I gave him a high five, and that's the only time I've had a chance to visit with him here today. Want to thank him. I also want to thank Matt Kelly, who is spearheading the Heights broadcast. They're also broadcasting the game. They're doing the game over NFHS tonight. And he's spearheading their crew. They're on the other side of the building, and he came over. He's kind of helped me get set up here as well. So we're in good shape here tonight. We're glad to have everybody on board. And going to be a lot of new faces here tonight for the Grizzlies. It's Friday night, of course, and not a bad crowd here on a Friday night. If you're looking at the crowd across the way, there are more people on our side than there are on the other side. And Northwest is drawing very well here tonight on a Friday night. Pretty nice evening here in Wichita. The high today was in the upper 60s. Kind of unusual for this time of year, but they will be, we're getting our winter back tomorrow. The cold front comes through tomorrow, and the bottom drops out. It's going to be very cold on Sunday. So we'll take all of it that we can while we can. The bad part about the first game of the season for yours truly is that I haven't memorized the numbers of either team yet. They have begun the introductions, which are almost impossible to hear. So when they introduce the players, we'll do it with them. In the meantime, everybody is standing in preparation for the playing of our national anthem. That's the national anthem is played by the Heights High School Pep Band. Not a bad job for the first day. And now comes the introduction of the players, and they will start with Northwest. And Northwest does have a scratch tonight. Mackenzie Edwards, the 5'1" junior guard, will not play tonight. She's been sick all week. She was back in school today, but she is not ready to play. And they'll start out by introducing a freshman, 5'9" forward, Viviana Wall, for Northwest. For Heights High, number 3, Kennedy Jackson, a 5'8" sophomore guard, takes the floor. For Northwest, number 21, a 5'2" sophomore guard, Aaliyah Richard, a returnee from last year. For Heights High, Devariah Brown, number 4, 5'5" sophomore guard. For Northwest, another newbie, number 22, Kamira Barber, a 5'8" sophomore guard. He's about to take the floor. And there she goes. Over on the other side, number 5, Maya Mayberry, a 5'8" junior guard for Heights High. For Northwest, a 5'5" junior guard wearing number 23, returning Innocent Robinson. And on the other side, Zeri Walker, number 22, a 5'10" junior guard for the Falcons. And rounding out the starting 5 for Northwest, a familiar face to all of us, a 5'9" junior forward, number 24, Sasha Reed. And for Heights, number 33, a 5'10" sophomore forward, Heaven Gilbert. Heights High is coached by Kenneth Palmer, assisted by Corby Millison and Marissa Evans. The Grizzlies are coached by Marcus Myers, assisted by Brian Bernard and Christina Commons. Here's the starting lineups. We're getting ready to launch away, and I'm going to make a quick instruction here to our producer engineer. Okay, as soon as they tip the ball and the guy lowers his hand, you hit start. All right? You got this. Grizzlies are in their road blue uniforms with gold numerals and gold trim. They will be playing from right to left here in the first half. And Heights High in their home whites, red numerals, and black trim for the Falcons of Heights High School. Heights and Northwest tipping it off for the Grizzlies will be, or for Heights rather, is Kennedy Jackson. And for the Grizzlies, it'll be Kamira Barber for the opening tip. Here we go. We're ready to go, and we are underway. Heights wins the opening tip. Grizzlies will get the possession arrow. And here we go with the ball. Maya Mayberry over here on the near side, back to Jackson. Jackson pulls it out, now dishes it off to Brown. Brown around the circle, sends it over to Mayberry again. Mayberry pulls it out, looking for some space. Grizzlies doing a good job defending here in the early going. Now there's a chance underneath, and a ball taken away by the Grizzlies. And bringing it up will be Aaliyah Richard. Again on the floor for Northwest. Number 12, Wall. Number 21, Richard. 22, Barber. 23, Robinson. And 24, Reed. That's the 5 on the floor as we start the season for the Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. There's a shot that misses. Remains scoreless. 1 minute gone here, first quarter. And around the horn, here's a long one from the side. It's a two-pointer. And that's Zeri Walker, and she's the one we're really concerned about because her sister was all world here for 4 years and has since gone. Underneath, Barber puts it up, it misses, and the rebound to the Falcons. They bring it down quickly. On the far side, Kennedy Jackson off the rim, off the glass, goes over. It'll turn over to Northwest. 2-0, Grizzlies trail. 6:30 remaining, first quarter. And here come the Grizzlies bringing it down. That'll be Barber taking the inbound pass from Innocent Robinson. Barber in trouble, and a foul is called now. It'll be on the side, a common foul. It'll be charged to number 5, Maya Mayberry, I believe. It's charged instead to Kennedy Jackson. So that would go like right there. Those are the fouls. There you go. Robinson with the ball. Dishes it off now to Barber. Barber to Richard. Richard back over to Robinson. The two teammates from last year working the ball, and there's a foul. That may be another one on Kennedy. Nope, that one is on Maya Mayberry, number 5. That'll be the second team foul. 2 fouls within a minute here. Actually, within 30 seconds. By Heights. Robinson with the ball. Pulls it out. A 3-2 zone being played here by the Falcons. On the far side, Robinson for 3. Short, rebounded by Heights. Here they come down the floor. Heaven Gilbert has it. She puts it up. It rolls out, no good. Getting the rebound is Brown, and she has the ball poked away from her. It will stay with the Falcons, and the Falcons make their first substitution as number 15. Terry Brown comes into the game, a 5'6" freshman guard. This Falcons team is young too, by the way. I probably should have said that earlier. Here's one from 15, no good. Rebounded by Sasha. And now Aaliyah Richard will bring it down the floor on the near side. She brings it out to center, looking for some help, and gets it in the form of Innocent Robinson. Robinson has Jackson guarding her. Into the corner it goes to Barber. Barber underneath. Tried to feed that one. She tried to feed that to Viviana Wall, and it was deflected. And last touched by Northwest, I guess, and it will be a turnover. And coming into the game now for the Falcons is number 23, Haley Clemens. Clemens is a 5'9" freshman forward, excuse me. Ball being brought down the floor by Mayberry. There's a long 3 off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Falcons. Underneath it goes. Loose in front, they'll bring it back out. Jackson has it. She drives, she sends it to Clemens. Clemens has Wall on her, and Wall fouls her. And it looks like that's going to be a shooting foul charged against Viviana Wall. That'll be the first team foul of the half for Northwest. Grizzlies have on their roster, count them, 8 freshmen. 8 freshmen out of 13 players. Is this team young? Yes, it is. Waiting for the inbound play, and there it comes. A long one. Jackson gets it. Top of the key. Drives to the basket, puts it up, no good. Sasha Reed trying to get the rebound, and I think Sasha may be called for a foul. It is charged to Sasha Reed. She'll draw her first personal, and she will come out of the game. Coming into the game is Anaya Simpson, a 5'9" freshman forward for Northwest. Pass underneath, in and out it goes, rebounded by Barber. Here come the Grizzlies back. After all this, we're only down 2-0. Viviana Wall loses it, it's loose on the floor. Heights comes away with it. And they'll bring it back down the floor. 4:09 to go, first quarter, 2-0, Grizzlies trail. That one goes out of play, and it will belong to Northwest, and a good defensive play that time by the Grizzlies. Robinson will inbound to Barber. One of the disadvantages of standing at the rail is you lose your seat. For us, Sasha Reed has one. And, I forgot now. Who's got the other? Oh, Viviana Wall. And that basket by Zari Walker of Heights to make it 4-0. Grizzlies yet to find the bottom of the net. Barber from the free throw line puts it up short, and a nice save that time. All for naught, but a good save by Simpson. And here comes Richard. Richard to Robinson. Innocent, count it. And the Grizzlies are on the board. It's 4-2. Innocent Robinson scores. Heights with the ball, and a timeout is being taken by the Falcons. And we will be taking timeouts, leaving it here during timeouts tonight. I will take this moment during this timeout to acknowledge something that I mentioned earlier, and that is we are looking for commercial sponsors for our broadcast this year. And if you or your company would be interested in becoming a sponsor, we'll make a deal with you. Got a lot of games to do this year. If you buy a sponsorship, you're buying it for 40 games plus playoffs. So lots of games to be exposed in, and we'll make it very reasonable. We're simply trying to recoup our costs here for bringing you the game. So if you're interested, give me a call at 734-0057 or redcard@cox.net. Heights inbounds the ball. And a nice job of defending by the Grizzlies has Maya Mayberry in trouble. Now she finally dishes it off. Brown has it. That's picked off by Robinson. Innocent brings it down, puts it up. Count it, we're tied. 4-4, 2:30 to go, first quarter. And Viviana Wall has gotten herself into foul trouble here. She's already got a pair. And don't be surprised if she takes a seat here shortly. 1-2-2 zone for the Grizzlies. Wall is staying in the game for the moment. Although, well, I don't understand that. I think they've got the number on the board backwards. I am sure it had to be Viviana Wall. She was the only person in the neighborhood. And a substitution for the Falcons is Layla Christman, a 5'9" junior forward, comes into the game. Jackson will inbound to Mayberry. Back to Jackson. Being guarded by Richard. Gets under the basket. There's a tie-up. Is that going to be a foul or a tie-up? They're calling a foul. We'll see who they charge that to. They're going to charge that one to Sasha Reed. So that'll be Reed's second foul. Evan Gilbert's first free throw is good, and the Falcons take the lead again. 5-4, 2:11 remaining, first quarter. And she makes them both. Evan Gilbert gives them a 2-point lead, and here comes Barber with the ball, giving it off to Robinson. Back to Barber. Over here on the near side to Richard. Richard drives under the basket, puts it up, and now they're saying she turned it over, but she got hammered trying to put it up. They didn't see it the way I saw it. Jackson will inbound to Mayberry, and Heights will have the ball. They bring it down the floor. Over here on the near side, in and out, no good. That ball is tied up, and that'll belong to Northwest on the alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports. That kind of felt good. I haven't said that in a year. Wall will inbound to Robinson. And I must have the foul total on Wall wrong. I could have sworn she had 2, but she's still in the game. With 2 fouls, she probably would have been taken out. By now, a timeout has been taken by the Grizzlies. Each team now with 4 timeouts remaining. And it's a 30-second timeout. And as I mentioned, we will keep it here. Tell you that our next game and our next webcast will be Tuesday night from Northwest, our home opener against the South High Titans. We're on the air 5:40 with the pregame show, including our visit with head coach Marcus Myers. 5:40 on Tuesday night right here on NWHSGrizz.com. And we also have a new feature with our girls program this year. It's called Meet the Grizzly. And at halftime of each game, we will have an interview spotlighting one of our players. Tonight it will be Mackenzie Edwards. Mackenzie out as a scratch tonight, but she is here cheering her team on, and we'll play our interview from the other day with Kenzie Edwards, and then afterwards we're going to try and get her up here for a visit for 2 or 3 minutes. So underneath, they tried to get at the wall, and it was intercepted. Here comes Heights back. Mayberry, a 3 off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gilbert, and it goes. And are they going to count it? And I think the answer is, no, we'll see what he does here. I'm not going to speculate. It's a 2-shot foul. They did not count the basket. Not Gilbert, but Crispin will go to the line to shoot a pair. Foul is charged to Wall. That is her second. So Viviana Wall she's staying in, and Sasha Reed comes back in and replaces Aubrey Navarrete, who snuck in there when I wasn't paying attention. Makes 1 out of 2. It's 7-4, 1:15 to go, first quarter. Barber with it for Northwest, passes it off to Robinson. That's not Robinson, that's Richard, excuse me. Robinson has it now. And she's trapped by 2 people, gets it to Barber. Barber underneath, lay in, counted. Wall gets her first bucket as a Grizzly. It's 7-6. Over here on the near side, Jackson for 3 off the heel, no good, and now they're going to call a foul. They're calling a foul on Viviana Wall. That'll be her 3rd. That's the 16th foul on the Grizzlies, and Wall can't believe it. She will be replaced here. And Jackson misses the first one. Second shot coming from Jackson. And she misses them both. And actually, that's going to be a 3-shot foul because that was behind the arc, and I had forgotten that. So she will get one more. And Wall does take a seat, and Navarrete comes back in for her. And we'll introduce her to you. Aubrey Navarrete, number 30, is a 5'9" freshman forward. Part of a legacy at Northwest. Her older brother, Chris, was a boys soccer player at the school. There's a miss and a rebound. 20 seconds to go, and it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Heights. So with 20 seconds to go, Grizzlies down 7-6. That would have been that was rather untimely turnover. and unnecessary because they didn't need to panic. They had plenty of time on the clock. Over here on the near side with it. Now back out to center to Jackson. On the far side, that goes off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Robinson, and that's it for the quarter. After 1 quarter of play, it's Heights 7 and the Grizzlies 6. And we're going to just take a silent Sunday timeout. Stay with us. We'll be back. Okay, we're back here getting ready for the second quarter. And the only thing noteworthy, Zeri Walker has 4 points in the game. Grizzlies have 3 players with 2, but the most interesting thing is that Viviana Wall has 3 fouls in the first quarter. Don't expect to see her until the second half. On the floor for your Grizzlies, it'll be number 5, Anaya Simpson. 24, Sasha Reed. 23, Innocent Robinson. 22, Kamira Barber. And 21, Aaliyah Richard. That's your 5 on the floor as we start the second quarter of play. Around the horn it goes. Heights with it on the alternating possession. Shot misses. Rebounded there by Mayberry. Mayberry splits 2 defenders, and now they're going to call another foul. This one's going to be on Sasha Reed, and the Grizzlies are piling them up, and that will put Heights into the bonus now for the rest of the half. And I think that's Sasha Reed's 3rd foul. It is. So Reed and Wall both have 3. And the shot misses, so no damage done that way. Reed with it, dishes it off to Innocent Robinson, and that one is picked off by Jackson. It goes out of play, and a break for Northwest. They'll keep possession. Robinson will inbound.
Who just fouled right here?
Sasha Reed. 24. If you're ever in doubt, the last person that fouled is up on the scoreboard. If that helps you. Leslie Bravo keeping the stats for us tonight, and we're grateful for that. And right now, Jonathan Shieu is on camera, and Noi Malaya is the understudy over there. And Eva McGee is our producer engineer, and we thank all of them for their participation and help tonight, because it sure makes my job easier when we have plenty of good quality help. Sasha Reed will take a seat. She's being replaced for the Grizzlies by number 2, J.C. Shieu. J.C. is a 5'4" freshman guard. Barber with it, driving down the middle, puts it up, and it's short. It was partially deflected, and surely there was a foul there. And there was, and Kamira Barber will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. That's only the 3rd team foul on the Falcons, by the way. And she misses the first of 2. Coming into the game for the Falcons is Terry Brown, number 15, a 5'6" freshman guard. And she is replacing, I don't know who she's replacing. Oh, she replaced Mayberry. We're tied at 7. Barber makes 1 out of 2. over here on the near side. Your points this time now going. Don't worry about it, but you'll run out of room otherwise. And a three-pointer by the Falcons makes it 10-7. We're in the second quarter, 6.5 to go till halftime. Kennedy Jackson puts it up, no good. Rebound is going to go to Jackson again. Follows her own shot, puts it up, misses again. Richard couldn't get the rebound. Now it's pumped back out and off the glass for two. Zari Walker scores for the Falcons. And all of a sudden the Grizzlies, who were tied a moment ago, are down by 5. Their biggest deficit of the game. Barber brings it up. Simpson with it on the far side, double teamed, and they're going to call a held ball, or yes, they are. They're going to call a held ball, and it will go to, that'll go to who's got the alternating possession. I think we do. Well, it shows you what I know. It'll go to Heights on the alternating possession. Grizzlies make a substitution as number 31, Mariah Staten, a 5'5" freshman guard, comes into the game, and Sasha Reed takes a seat. Also coming back out, J.C. Shieu came back out. Let's see who replaced her. Well, let's just give you the 5 on the floor. There's a 3 that bounces around and finally falls no good. And the putback is good, though, by Haley Clemens. On the floor for the Grizzlies, Innocent Robinson, Kamira Barber, Anaya Simpson, Aaliyah Richard, and another held ball. This time Robinson was all over it. And who did I miss? Somebody. I missed Mariah Staten there when I listed the 5 on the floor for Northwest. 14-7. Grizzlies trail, 5 minutes to go till halftime. And Staten comes back out. And was replaced by Shieu, number 2. Barber with it, gives it to Shieu at the top of the key. Has her pass blocked, but Robinson gets it, puts it up, count it! Innocent Robinson for 2. And the Grizzlies are back within 5. Up and out, put back, no good. Who's going to get the rebound? This has been a problem so far in this game. Grizzlies have not gotten a lot of rebounds, and finally we get a rebound and a foul. The foul is going to be on Layla Chrisman, number 20. That's her first. Team's 4th foul of the half. So right now, all the foul trouble's on our side. And there's a foul. And it will have a shooting free throws. That foul is going to be charged to Kamaya Gant. I take that wrong. It's charged to Haley Clemens, number 23. That's her first. 5th team foul, and it will put Richard at the line to shoot a pair. Aaliyah Richards first, 1-0 but net. Jackson comes back in for Heights along with Heaven Gilbert. Richard will go for her second. It's up and it's short. Who's going to get the rebound? It'll be Gilbert for Heights. And she does have a height advantage over the rest of the field at 5'10". Jackson for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Simpson. And a travel, that'll turn it back over to Heights. saw on the news a couple days ago where the NBA is going to start calling traveling again. One of my biggest objections to the NBA is their lack of adherence to that rule. I'll believe it, though, when I see it. Heights inbounds it. 4 minutes to go till halftime. There's a long two missing. Rebounded, though, by Mayberry. Mayberry passes it off, and for three, Kamaya Gant. Number 24 knocks down a three, and it's 17-10. Grizzlies' biggest deficit of the game. And if that's a hard foul, and I certainly hope that Innocent Robinson is not injured. She is rolling around on the ground. She went down pretty hard, folks. She gets up, though, and she's going to walk it off here for a second. The foul is charged to Heaven Gilbert. That's her second. It's team foul number 6. So everybody's in bonus land the rest of the half. And looks like Haley Clemens will come in for Gilbert after this first free throw attempt. Here it is, and it's good. And as I projected, Gilbert comes out and Clemens comes in. Robinson will have one more to work with here. Up it goes, and it doesn't drop. The rebound is a held ball, and a great job there by Anaya Simpson. And unfortunately, on the alternating possession rule, it goes to the wrong team. So a defensive play is wasted by the Grizzlies. Jackson has it on the near side. Now sends it out top of the key to Brown. Goes in. Shot is taken. Foul is called. We'll see what they say here. That foul's going to be charged to Mariah Staten. That's her first. It's the 8th team foul on the Grizzlies, and it will send Maya Mayberry to the line to shoot a pair. She makes number 1. Second one makes them both. 19-11. Grizzlies down by 8. The biggest deficit of the game for Northwest. Barber has it and drives, puts it up from 15, missing. And Robinson can't get the rebound. Instead, it'll be Mayberry taking it away, and she sends a long one down and an easy layup for Gant. And the Grizzlies are going to take another timeout after that one, and I can't say I blame them. 2:57 remaining until halftime. Grizzlies trail 21-11.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry about it. I'm not. All I want to, as long as we're close, that's all I care about. It's a full timeout. We're going to take a break ourselves. Okay, we're coming out of the timeout here. Grizzlies trail 21-11. Both teams are in the bonus. 2:57 remaining until halftime. And again, stay with us at halftime. Our first Meet the Grizzly feature will be shown to you. And I don't mind telling you, these kids had no idea what they were going to be asked, because I believe in spontaneity. Some of the answers are really good. Some of them, they were really nervous. But they all tried hard. And I enjoyed interviewing all of them. Innocent Robinson goes to the line after Maya Mayberry commits her second foul. This should be a 1-and-1. And it would be if she had made the first one. But she missed, rebounded by Heights. Here come the Falcons back. Kennedy Jackson pulls it out. On the near side, into the paint it goes. Big dish and a nice assist and a basket by Layla Crispin. Crispin for 2, and it's 23-11. Grizzlies down by a dozen. And there's a steal and a putback by Gant. And the Grizzlies need to maintain their composure. And a timeout has been called by Heights. I was about to tell you the 5 on the floor because it changed. We'll do that when they come back out. Well, now they're already coming out, so I don't know what's going on. Let's tell you the 5 on the floor for Northwest. Innocent Robinson, Aaliyah Richard, Kamira Barber, Aubrey Navarrete, I missed somebody, and Mariah Staten, the 5 on the floor here in the last 2 minutes plus of this first half. Now we have a 1-and-1 on a foul called against Kamaya Gant. That's her first. And this one falls. Robinson gets the first one. She'll have the bonus. Trying to get it back within a dozen. They were only down by 1 at the end of the first quarter. The wheels kind of fell off here in the last 2 minutes. She makes them both. Here comes Heights bringing it back up the floor. Far side corner. Richard trying to steal it, couldn't get to it. In the paint it goes to Crispin, and she scores. Layla Crispin, a 2-pointer, makes it 27-13. Underneath, Richard up, count it. Aaliyah Richard, and a great feed, and I wish I could tell you who did it, I missed it. But it was a super feed to Richard for the basket, and now going coast to coast is Kennedy Jackson. Here's Barber bringing it up. She sends a lead pass too far for Staten, and then she saved it, but it went back to Heights. Good save anyway. And now they're going to call a timeout. And it is a coach's timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout as well. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. With our outstanding production crew from Northwest High School. We have them from seniors to freshmen here tonight. We're glad to have them all, and they're all doing a fine job. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing at home. Heights will inbound the ball. They called the timeout. It'll be Mayberry inbounding for the Falcons. Again, the Falcons in white, Grizzlies in blue. They inbound. We're back underway. Brown has it. No changes in the lineup for Northwest. And I say, just as I say that, I see there is a change. We'll get it to you here in a moment. There's a shot that misses, rebounded by Barber. Barber brings it up the floor to Robinson. Robinson underneath, puts it up, It's blocked. Barber gets it, puts it up, doesn't go, and she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. On the floor with Barber and Robinson are Mariah Staten, Sasha Reed, and Aaliyah Richard. I think I got them all. Barber will shoot the first one, and it's good. Sasha Reed comes out. Anaya Simpson goes in for Northwest. Barber's second one misses off the heel, and it's rebounded there by Mayberry. Here comes Heights back with it. Underneath, and a foul's going to be charged to Aaliyah Richard for being in the wrong place at the right time. And it will send Devariah Brown to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Each team now with 9 fouls inside a minute to go here in the first half. First one is good. 30-16. Grizzlies down by 14 now. They've been outscored by 13 in this quarter. Makes them both. Clock running. Grizzlies may play for 1 here. Oh, they won't. They coughed it up. Freshman mistake there, and Mayberry will have it. Now Heights may play for 1 shot. A 3-pointer from the other side, and it's good from Kamaya Gant. 23 seconds to go now, and the Grizzlies just coughed it up again here. And this time the shot misses, and Barber gets the rebound. She'll bring it down the floor, puts it up. It doesn't go. Rebound to Heights. 8 seconds to go. Jackson drives the floor, puts it up, doesn't go, and she's fouled. And with 3 seconds to go in the half, we're going to be shooting free throws, and it will be a 2-shot foul as Heights is now in the double bonus. Jackson's first one is no good. And they'll do a little ball chasing here for a moment. That'll give me a chance to ask Leslie to step back 1 second, because I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to steal the mouse. We're going to need that in a minute. 35-16, and there's the buzzer. That one wouldn't have counted anyway. We are at halftime with the score 35-16 in favor of Heights. They really poured it on in the second quarter. And the Grizzlies kind of lost their composure a little bit as well. Combination of that gives us a big deficit to work on in the second half. We're going to we're not going to take a timeout at all. We're going to go straight to our new Meet the Grizzly feature. If you'll click on video clips right there. There you go. We're going to go straight to our Meet the Grizzly feature and our visit with junior guard Kenzie Edwards. So stay with us. Go ahead and hit cut.
Welcome to another session of Meet the Grizzly, and I'm joined by junior Kenzie Edwards, a name and a face which should be familiar to you if you've been following Grizzly girls basketball the last couple of years. And first of all, thanks for joining us and welcome.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about your role as one of the elder statesmen of this team, because there are no seniors, it's all juniors. So you're one of the leaders, and you got a lot of freshmen on this squad. What is your responsibility as a junior for those younger girls?
Make sure they're doing everything good, keeping up their grades, doing good, not being disrespectful to no teachers or nothing, just keeping them in line basically, and make sure we're all good as a team.
How do you think the team is going to do this year?
We should be pretty good. We all coming together and being more as a team and coming together, so we should be good.
You've been at Northwest now in your third year, and what is first of all, what is your favorite subject this year in academics?
I would say English, maybe. So, yeah.
Tell us who your English teacher is, and we'll give your teacher some credit here.
Mrs. Taylor.
I love Mrs. Taylor, by the way. So, yeah, she's lucky to have you. So, as a team, what do you think the goals for this team should be this year?
Teamwork, coming together, making friends with everybody, don't leave nobody out or nothing. So just coming together, basically. So.
How far do you think you can go as a team? Is City League within reach, do you think?
Yeah, if we all work together, we should get there and communicate and everything else, talk on the court. So, yeah.
What about after Northwest? You're starting to look in that direction. Being a junior, are you thinking about playing basketball beyond high school?
Yeah, I am thinking about playing basketball beyond high school. I don't really know where yet, but yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in your search on that, and of course, the best of luck this year.
Man.
Okay,
Yep.
And it's going to be an exciting year.
Yeah, I will, man.
Okay. Kenzie Edwards, our guest here on Meet the Grizzly. Stay tuned. We're going to come back in 60 seconds, and we'll have more basketball. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
Welcome back. Helps to turn the mic on. Welcome back to Heights High School. We are at halftime of the girls' game. Grizzlies down by a bunch, 35-16 at half. Let's give you the point totals as we have them here in the first half. For Northwest, 16 points total, 2 for Viviana Wall, 1 for Aaliyah Richard. Barker has 4, and Robinson has 8 to lead the Grizzlies. Actually, Robinson leads all scorers. Kennedy Jackson has 6 for Heights. Brown and Mayberry with 2 each. Crispin with 4. Walker with, I miscounted that. Walker has 6. And go back, Crispin has 6. 2 for Clemens and 7 for Kamaya Gant. And 2 for Evan Gilbert. And that's the scoring summary for the Heights Falcons. You just met Kenzie Edwards on our Meet the Grizzly feature, and quite frankly, it was my intent that when we came back from that she would be standing right here, and she's not. So with 5 minutes to go, we're going to improvise, and we're going to talk with Leslie Bravo from the Grizzly soccer team. Can you hold that? Okay. You had no idea I was doing this,
no,
did you?
I did not.
This is called improvisation.
Okay.
So, first of all, thank you for coming up and joining our crew and
of course.
helping us, and I hope you stay with us all year. We're not going to have 4 people here every game, so we're blessed to have 4 for game 1. So, doing a great job with the stats. I know that's not the most fun thing to do, but I got 2 kids over here, both freshmen, who are learning. Neither one of them has done what they're doing before. Ava has not run the program ever, and Noy has not ever run the camera before, so this is a first for them. So let's talk soccer, because you are wearing a soccer shirt.
Sure am.
Okay, so you're obviously ready
Yeah.
for soccer season to start. When do you start? I don't even know. When do you start your conditioning?
We have a meeting next Friday. Just pre-information, all the information that Clifton is gonna give out. And then I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it's after winter break. So we get right into conditioning and start doing all that. So any freshman that's interested in coming out is welcome to come out, returning players. And then we conditioning, get into the season, and back to work.
And I know you're going to have some new blood this year, because I know a couple of the kids who are going to be going out for the team this year, one of which is April Isbell, who ran our camera for the boys all fall long, and is she in addition to being a player, is a referee up at Stryker. So she's got a lot of soccer knowledge and experience, and is looking to play goal this year. We always need goalkeepers.
Yeah.
There's another one, and I can't remember now. I've just completely lost my thought, which is easy for me to do, I might add. But we do have a lot of returning players, though. We lost some last year, but
yeah, we have Peyton, Grace. Who else am I missing? Zoe. I think those were our freshmen. Gabby, not freshmen, seniors. My bad. Coming in, a ton of juniors like we had. But this year, from what I heard, at least rumor, and from what I've seen, we're gonna have a lot of freshmen too. And I think Clifton is gonna have to make some cuts. I'm not sure what his decision process is, but it kind of seems like that way, which is crazy because usually we're trying to get girls out, and this year we're gonna have a lot of girls. So it's gonna be nice to have a lot of talent out there.
Well, maybe we'd have enough for a C team.
We might. I don't know. I don't know what Clifton's plans are, but whatever he says goes.
I know, and I haven't talked to him about it at all, so
yeah.
I have no idea what he's thinking in that regard. Excuse me, what he's thinking in that regard either. So, but the future for the girls program looks bright for this year.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Super excited.
You got to make some noise. Where are the goals coming from?
Where are the goals coming from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know it's a collective team effort. That's all I know, because I know it's from the back to the middle to the front. Everyone has their own job, not only skill-wise, but also mindset-wise, and the chemistry we put together on the field, and the energy we put on the field. It's all gonna just result in hopefully a win and hopefully going to state this year.
I would love to see this bunch go to state.
I hope so. My last year, so I'm really looking forward to it.
What are your plans for next year?
I'm currently applying to colleges. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'll let you know. I'll update you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Do you want to play next year?
I am not going to play next year just because it was something I wanted to do, but I would plan to go high academically, and with that and with tuition and stuff that I'm trying to do and a lot of other factors, unfortunately, I won't be able to play. So this is my last year, so it's a little.
Well, make the best of it.
Yeah,
right.
Make
the best of the year, and then you'll have a good year, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
All righty. Well, thanks for jumping in here impromptu like that. We're going to have Noy move the camera back out there and get our players warming up. Okay, and we are going to. I'm going to mute that one a little bit. Thank you. And we're going to get ready for the second half. We got about 30 seconds to go here in halftime. I'm going to pass this back to you, Leslie, and there we go. Grizzlies will be playing in the second half. They will be playing from left to right as you're watching this at home. They trail 35-16, and the points of interest besides the scoring that I gave you earlier, Grizzlies have two players with 3 fouls in the first half. One of them is Viviana Wall, the freshman, and the other is Sasha Reed. And both of those players are going to need to be extremely careful as they play in the second half of the remainder of this contest to make sure they can stay eligible and not be disqualified on fouls. It's a alternating possession, and with the alternating possession, Grizzlies will get the ball first. On the floor for Northwest is Aaliyah Richard. She will be joined by Kamira Barber, Innocent Robinson, Sasha Reed, and over there in the far corner is Miss Simpson, Anaya Simpson. And that's the 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies beginning the second half. Barber has it, sends it over now to Richard. Richard, top of the key, drives toward the basket, tried to get around a brick wall, and the brick wall is going to be guilty of the foul, and that's Heaven Gilbert. That'll be her third, and it's the first foul of the half for the Falcons. Falcons lead by 19. The Grizzlies only trailed by 1 after 1 quarter. It was a very low-scoring quarter. And Barber's shot is blocked. Sasha Reed gets the rebound over to Richard for 3. Good! Aaliyah Richard gets the first three-pointer of the season for the Grizzlies. Jackson with it now for Heights. Grizzlies go into a 2-3 zone. Kind of a matchup. And we have a whistle. Now, what are we going to call here? Do we have a foul? Yes, we do. And it looks like it's going to be on Sasha Reed. It is. It's her 4th. Not good. And Sasha Reed will be replaced here shortly by Aubrey Navarrete. Out of bounds it goes. It will stay with the Falcons. Reed takes the seat. Navarrete takes her place. And we may not see Sasha Reed until the 4th quarter. Jackson with it for Heights. Feeds it over to Mayberry. Into the paint. Over on the near side. Back to Jackson. She thought about a 3. Pulls it up. Now takes a 10-footer. It drops. And Kennedy Jackson gets 2 more. Grizzlies with it. There's a long 3 off the heel. No good. And rebounded there by Mayberry. Mayberry to Jackson. Jackson puts it up, and it does not go. It's rebounded there by Simpson, and Simpson fighting for it. It's tied up. It's going to go to Heights on the alternating possession. Another defensive play wasted by the Grizzlies. Jackson into the paint, throws it back out again. Now over on the near side, Mayberry for 3 off the heel, no good. Mayberry again with it underneath to Gilbert. Gilbert puts it up, it doesn't go, and it's rebounded by Simpson. Here comes Northwest with it. Barber with it, and Barber in a collision, and they're going to say that she traveled. And that will turn it over to Heights. And it will be Jackson inbounding to Mayberry. Mayberry brings it across the timeline over on the near side. A timeout is being taken. 30-second timeout being taken by the Falcons. 37-19, 5:55 to go in the third. Stay with us. We'll be back. Coming out of the timeout now. On the floor for your Grizzlies, Anaya Simpson. Aaliyah Richard. Innocent Robinson. Kamaya Barba. And Aubrey Navarrete. That's the 5 on the floor for Northwest here in the third quarter. A short one up by Jackson. It falls. And the Grizzlies trail by 20. Another whistle. And another foul. This foul will send Barber to the line to shoot a pair. Foul is on Gilbert. Evan Gilbert's 3rd foul, 2nd foul of the half for the team. Barber's first free throw is good. And now everyone on the Grizzlies squad goes back to play defense for the second shot. Second shot by Barber also falls. She makes them both. First time that's happened tonight for the Grizzlies. Good thing to see. And now here comes Heights with it. Mayberry gives it to Jackson. Jackson brings it across the timeline. Grizzlies in a 1-2-2. Jackson on the far side. Double teamed by Barber, and Robinson gets away from it, puts it up, misses. Ball still loose underneath. Mayberry can't make it go, and now a loose ball on the floor, and Barber's fighting for it. It's a jump ball, and this time a good defensive play will be rewarded, as it will be Grizzly basketball. 5:12 remaining, third quarter, 39-21, Grizzlies trail. The inexperience of the Grizzlies showed itself for about 3 minutes of the second quarter. And Navarrete pulls up a three. It misses. Robinson for the follow, doesn't go. Loose ball on the floor will go to Northwest. I would have bet my arm they were going to turn that one over to Heights. That's why they're down here and I'm up here. Robinson will throw it in. Gets it to Richard. Richard on the far side. She stepped on the sideline, and it will turn over now to Heights. Jackson inbounds to Brown. I'm sorry, to Mayberry, excuse me. Mayberry back to Jackson. Jackson thinking about a three, puts it up. Nothing but air, and it's rebounded there by Richard. Richard to Robinson. And another whistle. Boy, we've had a lot of whistle blowing in this contest. Kennedy Jackson's second foul, third team foul for Heights, to go with one for Northwest. Grizzlies inbound, and Barber has it, top of the key, looking for some help. Drives the basket, tried to put it up. Either it was blocked or she was fouled. Which one was it? She was fouled. She will go to the line to shoot a pair. Will Kamira Barber. And the foul is charged to Haley Clemens. That'll be her second. Make sure you get my good side with that thing, will you? Barber makes the first one, and the team falls back on defense again. Confident that she will make them both. And in and out it goes, rebounded by Heights. Kennedy Jackson has it in her own end. Barber tried to steal it, couldn't do it. And now the Falcons come, and Crispin takes a long three that misses everything. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. Robinson has it. Oh, she had it and lost it. Tried to get a held ball. Couldn't do that. Here comes Heights back with it. 12-footer by Terry Brown is good. I think that's Brown's first basket of the night, in fact. It is. And the Grizzlies trail now by 20. 3.5 to go, third quarter. After the game, we'll do our wrap-up and then have Andy Hill on for his pregame interview prior to the I think that was Kennedy Jackson that got that. I'm not sure. In either case, a timeout's been taken by Northwest. I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout. It is. 3:19 to go. 43-21 Grizzlies trail. Stay with us. Coming out of the timeout. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining in the contest. Grizzlies have 1 team foul. Falcons have 4. And I don't mind telling you, the Grizzlies travel pretty well. We've got a big crowd here tonight. And I'm not to take anything away from Heights, because Heights drew very well tonight. Nice crowd on hand on a beautiful Friday night. Temperature in the 60s when the game started. It is supposed to get down to the mid-20s tonight and only be in the 30s tomorrow. So we'll take our 1 day of spring. Have a foul charged here. Coach Meyer's not happy with the call. No, they didn't charge a foul. I think they just called it out of bounds. In any case, Heights has it. Over here on the near side, Clemens with it. Dishes it off to Mayberry. Mayberry, with two people hanging on her, puts it up and scores. That's a good effort by Mayberry. Richard goes down hard. No call. Terry Brown puts one up that misses. Rebounded by the Falcons. The putback misses, and that one's rebounded by Barber. Barber, coast to coast, can't get it to go, and coming away with it is Mayberry. She comes down 2-on-3, and now a foul's going to be called. That's going to be on Robinson, I think. Let's see what they say. It is on Innocent Robinson. That's her third. And that's the third team foul now on Northwest. Mayberry makes the first one, and she'll have one more. And the Grizzlies change out three players. We'll give you the whole shooting match here in just a moment after this free throw. And she makes them both. 46-21 on the floor for Northwest. Viviana Wall, number 12. Number 10 is Amaya Alvarez, the 5'7" freshman guard. And joining those two is Aaliyah Richard, Sasha Reed, and Innocent Robinson. That's the five on the floor for Northwest. Robinson tried to put it up, couldn't get it to go. Has it on the floor, and surely they're going to call a foul somewhere. Yeah, they called the foul, and I didn't hear who it was on, and they haven't put it up. I guess they're going to say it was on Clemens. I don't think that's right, because Clemens isn't in the game. Oh, yes, she is. Maybe it was Clemens. Richard has it, gives it to Robinson, top of the key. Robinson has two people draped all over her. Sasha Reed comes away with it. She puts it up, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Reed's first one is short. Barber comes back in for Robinson. Innocent taking a very well-deserved break. (47-21). Minute and a half to go in the third. Heights with the ball. In the paint, doesn't go. Rebounded there by Alvarez. She feeds it up ahead to Barber. Barber took the shot, and she was fouled. She will go to the line and shoot a pair. Kennedy Jackson charged with her third personal. And the first one from Barber is good. A couple players come in for Heights, one of them being Maya Mayberry and the other Layla Crispin. Numbers 5 and 20, respectively. Now for her second shot, Barber makes them both. Barber with 8 points in the game now. Around the horn it goes. Jackson for three is short. Rebounded by Gant. And that one goes up, doesn't go, but a foul's going to be called. And it looks like it will be Mayberry going to the line to shoot a pair. Robinson will come back in for Aaliyah Richard. Nope. She'll come back in for Viviana Wall. And that's because Wall was charged with the foul, and Viviana Wall has fouled out. Not a night that Viviana Wall is going to put in the history books by any means, and a couple of the fouls they called on her were certainly marginal calls at best. She played hard and played well while she was in there. And we'll be seeing a lot of Viviana Wall the rest of the season. Barber with it, brings it down the floor underneath the basket, puts it up and count it. And Barber is in double figures with 10. Less than a minute to go now in the third quarter. 48-25, Grizzlies down. Crispin dishes it off on the far side, an easy put in by Zeri Walker. We haven't called her name much this second half. She's only got 6 points in the game. No, that's not right. She's got 10 points. And that one up and misses. Rebounded by Jackson. They send it wide. It'll go out of play, and it will belong to Northwest. 12 seconds to go. Grizzlies can play for one shot. And I'm going to try and get somebody's attention here. And did that one count is the question, and the answer is... Hey, got 2 minutes? Good, stand next to me. I need the camera on me again, please.
If it's about basketball, no, it's just about your life. My life?
Yeah. I'm not going to propose or anything. You get to hold that right there. Okay. Going to welcome another familiar face to all of us, and this is Peyton Benoit. And Peyton just happened to be walking by, and I literally grabbed her and brought her over here. And I did that in order to congratulate you on being named to the All-Metro team this week for volleyball.
Oh,
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was really excited. You know, it was my senior year, and I got second team last year, so it was one of my goals. But you know, my team really helped me get there this year, helping me get to state and everything. So, yeah, I was really excited.
It's great to see the team get to state. I know you didn't get the result you wanted, but...
yeah, it's still really fun to be there, though, and it's
that's
fun
right.
to compete against everybody. So
it's a great experience, and congratulations on that. And I assume we're going to see you here in a couple of months on the soccer field.
Yes, you will. I'm going to do one last time, one last year.
Okay, and then tell everybody what your plans are for next year.
So I just committed to UMKC to play volleyball, so I plan on doing some classes in the summer, and then I'm going to start training in late July, early August. So I'm really excited to get down there, and I'm really excited to grow and see what happens for me there. So, yeah.
Okay, best of luck to you. In soccer this year, congratulations again on the All-Metro. I know Mom and Dad are really excited for you.
Oh, thank you.
And I am too.
Thanks, Kevin.
All righty. Peyton Benoit joining us here briefly in between quarters, and I thank her for doing that. We have started the fourth quarter, about 20 seconds in, 50-27. Grizzlies are trailing. And we just got a three-pointer. Who scored that? I missed it. Who scored our three-pointer just now? Do we know? We don't know. My eyes were taken away just briefly from the field, so I missed it. Sasha Reed is getting hammered over there, and they're going to call a jump ball. And on the alternating possession, it will go to Heights, and there's another good play wasted. And bringing it up, Jessica Dingle in the game now for Heights as they start clearing their bench here in the fourth quarter. Taking the shot and missing, getting the rebound and missing again is Zeri Walker. And now another jump ball. This will go to Northwest. Grizzlies down by 20, 6:52 to go, fourth quarter. And the Grizzlies are in the bonus the rest of the game. Robinson's three-pointer is short. Reed gets the rebound, goes up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line, and she will shoot a pair. And Sasha Reed, who I believe is playing with 4 fouls. Where'd my book go? Oh, she's got it way over there. I guess I can't look at the book because Leslie has it on the other side of the camera. Reed's first one is good. Count it. Well, you know, they may be down by a bunch, folks, but this has been a fun team to watch tonight. And they, you know, for a bunch of young people playing against a lot of veterans, there's some good veterans on this Heights team. They've played pretty well tonight. They've made some mistakes, but they've played hard and they've played well. There's Barber putting it up, missing. Sasha Reed, another jump ball. This will go to Heights. Mayberry brings it down, sends it down to Walker. Walker to Chrisman, back to Mayberry. And now Walker for 3 off the heel, no good. Who's going to get the rebound? It's going to be Chrisman. She puts it up and misses. Who's going to get that rebound? It stays with Heights. Mayberry puts it up, missing. And that rebound is by Navarrete. She'll dish it off to Barber. Barber will bring it up the floor. Now give it to Robinson. So between those three, also on the field is Aubrey Navarrete and Sasha Reed. That's your 5 on the floor. Navarrete for 3 off the heel, short. Rebounded there by Barber. She can't make it go. And that one goes out of play. It's going to stay with the Grizzlies. .5:36 to go, fourth quarter. This one pretty much no longer in doubt. And there's a nope. I thought they were going to call a travel. They call a jump ball, and that one will stay with Northwest. We've had 4 jump balls in the last minute. Very unusual. Inbound goes to Aubrey. Oh, she lost the handle, and here's Mayberry with it for Heights. A long one, nobody under the basket, and taking the shot is Secret Die. She couldn't make it go. Mayberry comes back. Hers doesn't go. Chrisman gets the rebound, and she's fouled. And that may be on Navarrete. And like I said, it will not be on Navarrete. It will be on. That may be on. Is that on? Who is that on? That's on Sasha Reed, and she will be disqualified on fouls. The Grizzlies have had 2 players foul out, and she will be replaced by Amaya Alvarez. So on the floor now, Alvarez, Richard, Robinson, Navarrete, and Barber. That's your 5 on the floor for Northwest. In the air, Navarrete gets the rebound. Robinson brings it across the timeline to Richard. Leah Richard will pull it back out, give it to Barber. There's a long three off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Jackson for Heights. She will bring it down the floor. Jackson dishes it off to Mayberry. Mayberry across the way over here to Dingle. Dingle puts it up, no good. Rebound to Chrisman. Chrisman counted. Layla Chrisman gets the bucket. And here comes Northwest back again. Barber to Richard, now to Robinson. Top of the key. To Richard. Richard thought about it. Now she's driving with it. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by Alvarez. And Alvarez is tied up. And that'll be a jump ball. And that will stay with Northwest. Coming back in for Northwest is Simpson, and she will replace Robinson. And they called a foul. They haven't put the foul up, so I don't know who it's on. And it will, the foul's on Dingle. It will send Alvarez to the line, and she will shoot a pair, I believe. And the first one is good, so she is going to shoot a pair. I didn't know if it was a 1-and-1 or not, but it doesn't matter. And Alvarez gets on the score sheet. Her second one. Off the heel that time, no good. Makes 1 out of 2. Here comes Heights back. Jackson with the rebound, brings it down. Into the corner it goes. Underneath, and a shot misses. Rebounded there by Simpson. A nice rebound, and here comes Barber back with it. Grizzlies doing a better job now of taking care of the ball when they first get it. And, of course, just as I say that, we're in trouble here. Nice job by Barber. Alvarez off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Simpson. And Simpson traveled with it. So all she had to do was put it back up. She'd have gotten fouled. But she traveled with it. And it will turn over to the Falcons with 3.5 to go in the game. There's a shot that's blocked by Simpson. Nice job. There's one loose on the floor. Richard with it. Richard, good job getting it forward. There's a long three that's going to miss everything. Barber knew it. Puts her hands on her head. How did I miss that? It will turn over to Heights. Good aggressive play, though, by Barber to try and score it. Devariah Brown brought it up the floor for Heights. And Jackson stepped on the baseline. That'll turn it over to Northwest. Boys game will follow 20 minutes approximately after the end of this one. And in between, we will have our pregame extravaganza. Timeout has been taken by Northwest. They have one left. We'll have Andy Hill visiting with us with his pregame commentary. And then the Grizzlies will take on the number 1 ranked team in 6A to begin the preseason, the Heights Falcons. So they have their work cut out for them. But I always say, if you're going to face the best team in the state, do it first, because you just might catch them asleep. Or you might catch a chemistry problem. So we'll see. And Coach Hill will actually talk about that in our pregame interview. And some of the new faces. There are some new faces on the boys team as well. Some tumbling going on out there by the cheerleaders of Heights High. That's what all the applause was for, and again, quite frankly, well deserved. Okay, on the floor for Northwest, it will be Anaya Simpson, Aaliyah Richard, Kamira Barber, Audrey Navarrete, and Innocent Robinson. That's the 5 on the floor here as we wind this one down. Barber with it, top of the key. Man-to-man defense being played. Here's Richard for 3. Good! Aaliyah Richard bangs it home for 3. And another 3 from the other end misses. And as the follow-up goes out of play, it'll belong to Northwest. And the Wichita Northwest, looks like the whole volleyball team is here. Jackson brings it back up the floor now. Kennedy Jackson with it. And a blocking foul is going to be charged against Barber. That's a pretty ticky-tacky foul. Well, they didn't charge it. Who did they charge him that to? I do not understand this call. They put up number 10, which would be Alvarez, and she's not in the game. So, God only knows. I'm not a big fan of ticky-tack fouls, by the way. Let them play. And now we have another. There are way too many whistles in this game tonight. I don't care if it's the first game of the year. There are way too many whistles. Well, we have a foul called. This time it's on Kamaya Gant. It's her second. It's the 10th team foul. We're in double bonus now. Barber makes her first one. And we have, no, we don't have substitutions. I don't think. Robinson, 3 of the 5 players head down the court. And Barber rolls the second one in. She makes them both. 95 seconds to go. Grizzlies trail 53-39. Let's just get this done with nobody getting hurt. There's a nice block out of bounds. Good defensive play by Barber. And Coach Myers likes what he sees. He's been very enthusiastic all night and very into the game. Despite the score, he is really rooting for these girls. And now Heights, for some unknown reason, is taking a full timeout. So while they take the full timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a quick breather. Stay with us. We'll be back. Fans here at Heights High enjoying the tumbling display being put on by the cheerleaders. 1:21 remaining in the contest. 53-39 Grizzlies trail. Grizzlies only have 5 team fouls in this half. And they're in the double bonus themselves, so it's too bad we couldn't take advantage of that. Mayberry with it. Barber working hard, and there's a steal by Innocent Robinson, and they're going to call a jump ball. For crying out loud. Innocent Robinson literally took the ball out of Mayberry's hands, and they call a jump ball. And another great play wasted. That goes back to letting them play, but I don't know, I'm not going to get any more on that. Anyway. Hey. How are you? Folks, hang on. I'm going to go silent for a second. Sorry about that. 30 seconds to go now. Heights still with it after the rebound. Mayberry has it. Put up shot is missed. Mayberry has it again. 15 seconds to go. Mayberry dribbling. Dingle puts it up for three. Count it. Jessica Dingle gets a three. And now we have another whistle. I don't understand why. Referees have talked to both coaches here, so something happened. There's only 6 seconds to go. I don't know if something was said or what. Grizzlies will fall tonight, but they played well. And they roll it in to delay the start of the clock. Now Barber picks it up over to Richard. 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. Robinson for three. We are final. Fun game to watch. The Grizzlies came out on the short end, but they played a lot of good basketball here in this contest tonight. A couple of bad minutes in the second quarter really killed them. Otherwise, they pretty much played it even. 55-39 the final. The boys game will start here in about 20 minutes or so. I didn't hear you say. Yeah, I'll do a summary here real quick. It was kind of hard to look over your shoulder when you were way over there, but I also understand why. Okay, we're going to give you the scoring summary here as compiled by Leslie Bravo. We'll start with Heights. Jessica Dingle had 5, including that three-pointer at the very end. Kennedy Jackson had 7. Deveraya Brown had 2 in the first half. Mayberry with 6 total. Terry Brown with 4. Layla Crispin with 6. Zari Walker with 6-10. Haley Clemens with a pair. Knott had 7 in the first half, and Gilbert had 2, all in the first half for their total of 55 points. And I need to write down. I need a pen. Write the final down before I forget it. For the Grizzlies, Morales with a pair. Simpson did not score. Alvarez had 1. Wall had 2 in the first quarter. Aaliyah Richard with 1, 4, 7. Kamira Barber with 4 and 6 is 10, 14 points to lead the Grizzlies. Robinson had 8, but she didn't score in the second half. Sasha Reed had 3, but Reed and Viviana Wall were in foul trouble all night long, so it was kind of hard for them to get off the track. So 55-39 the final. We're going to go ahead and send it to our pregame interview. This is going to be great because I'm going to do this over everybody's shoulder. Bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and go to video clips. And did you remove that? Yes. Add a clip. And the one you want to add is pregame Hill. That one there. Go ahead. And when I give you the clue, you're going to hit cut. All right? All right. We're going to send it to Coach Hill. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly basketball.
Hey, man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, now we'll switch it over to the boys basketball contest here at Heights High, and we're joined by the boys head basketball coach, Andy Hill. And Andy, let's first say Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, new basketball season. We're excited to get it fired up and get it rolling.
You've got, you look at the roster, you got some big changes from last year. Gone are the likes of Jeremiah Moore and Braden Verbeck and all those other seniors you had last year, and you got some new faces on there. So big changes for the team, physically anyway, going into the season.
Yeah, definitely a lot of turnover. We had 5 seniors last year, and they all played big-time minutes. So kind of hitting the reset button a little bit this year in terms of plugging in a lot of new guys at the varsity level that don't necessarily have the experience at that level. I think we bring back one starter in Tayshawn Williams, and then Javon Glover. It was a rotation guy for us last year. Played about 8 to 10 minutes a game off the bench, but that's it. Everybody else is really going to be getting their first taste of varsity basketball tonight. So there's probably going to be some growing pains up front. Guys got to learn how to play at that level, and then we also collectively as a group just it's going to take us some time to learn each other and understand our roles and what each of us needs to do to help this team succeed. But with all that being said, we're really excited about the group we have. They play hard. They work. I mean, they're trying every day to get things and get better. So it's going to be a journey this year. But I think, by the end of the year, we can have a very competitive team.
And you talk about, we talked about the 5 seniors being gone, and obviously the leadership role is going to be on the guys who were here last year, at least at the beginning of the season. How many of the rest of the team played in the program last year at a different level?
We've got I got to think about the answer to that question. We had, I think, 3 or 4 of them were JV guys for us last year. We've got a kid, David Hudspeth, who played in the program his freshman year. He's a senior now. And then the last 2 years, for just a variety of reasons, did not play, and then was able to come back out this year. And he's going to be a real key piece for us. LJ Phillips, everybody knows about him on the football field, and he's been in the basketball program, but last year he was injured during basketball season, so he wasn't able to play last year. He's another piece that we'll rely on. Jerome Henderson is a kid who is a junior, did not play his freshman year, and last year he played at the JV level for us, so we're looking at him to step up. We've got Sincere Thompson as another one from the football field, and was a great player for us at the JV level last year, is stepping in as well. So we do have guys that they have been in the program, and they kind of know how we operate and how things work, but it's a whole nother level playing at 7:30 instead of 5:30, so it's going to be fun for them.
And, of course, the biggest thing is chemistry, and chemistry is developed as they play together. So you've only had a short time to practice with them all as a group. How's the chemistry in practice?
You know what? It's been pretty good. And I think we actually had a little short meeting after practice yesterday, and we had some really good conversations just about, what do each of us do individually the best that can contribute to the success of this whole group. And I think guys really kind of understand we've got some unique skill sets all the way around, and we're starting to understand, not everybody is going to be a three-point shooter. Not everybody is going to have the ball in their hand all the time. Some guys' job is just to defend and rebound. Some guys' job is to do all of those things. So the chemistry has been good. The guys, they enjoy each other. They get along. And just the understanding of what everybody's role is on the court. Like you said, it will be a work in progress, but I like where we're at right now.
Okay, let's turn our attention. Before I do that, let's give acknowledgement to your coaching staff, because you couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely not. I'm so incredibly lucky to have the guys on staff that I have with me. Jim Myrna is a guy who's, he's been around doing this as long as anybody in the league. Was a head coach himself for several years at Andale and then at Bishop Carroll. And he just loves the game, and he loves, giving back to these kids and pouring into them. And he's so humble and been so helpful to me as starting out as a young head coach and kind of a mentor for me. And so he's been great. Coach Hawkins, our JV coach, is just one of the most loyal guys I know. He's a Northwest graduate. He's been with me pretty much my whole coaching career. We've been working together, and he's so good with the kids, and the kids all love him. And then Coach Dar, our C-team coach, is head baseball coach, and so respected around the school by all the kids, and his passion and his energy that he brings. I mean, we're so lucky to have the guys that we've got here.
And for you, this is going to be your 4th season, correct?
5th, actually.
Oh, wow.
5th, yeah. Time flies, and you had COVID in there that kind of just made, I don't know what it did to time, but it made it confusing for sure. But yeah, this is year 5 as a head coach here.
Okay, let's turn our attention now to the task at hand. You couldn't have a more difficult first draw than to have to travel to Heights for your first game. What do you do? What do you do in prep when you're going into their backyard?
You're right. We couldn't ask for a more difficult challenge, but at the same time, you kind of like to start that way, especially with this kind of young group, because we're going to know early on, where exactly are we, and what kind of things do we need to address moving forward after playing, defending 6A state champions, preseason number 1 team in the state. It's going to give us a great early gauge of, are we on the right path? What things do we need to tweak? And really, I think the guys are very excited about the opportunity. they know that outside of our locker room, nobody's really expecting us to go over there and do much. So we talk to them about just, hey, let's go. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We go in there, we give them our best effort. We come out, we play loose, let it fly, play hard, be aggressive, and who knows? We hang around, be in the game of the fourth quarter, anything can happen.
And, Joe Auer has the same situation that you do going into this game. He's got a bunch of new faces. He's lost a bunch of seniors. And maybe the best time to play the best team in the state, the number one ranked team in the state, is the first game when they don't have it all together yet.
Yeah, that first game is always, the high nerves, high energy early on, and see which team kind of can get settled in first and play at the pace they want to play at. But definitely they lost some guys, but they have probably the best player, if not one of the best players in the state, coming back in TJ Williams. A really good player. They've got some other, size all over. They've got Marcus Ziegler as one of the best guards in the area. So they lost some pieces, but they've got some pretty good ones back.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck tonight against Heights, and go let it fly, and we'll look forward to a visit with you before our home game on Tuesday night.
Sounds good, Kevin. Thank you.
Head Coach Andy Hill on our pregame visit. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the Heights Falcons. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Heights High, ladies and gentlemen, with our producer-engineer, Eva McGee, and our statistician, Leslie Bravo, our videographer, Noy Malaya, and our executive producer, Jonathan Shieu. I'm Kevin Arkin, welcoming you to Heights High, where we're in between games. The Grizzly boys will now take on the number one ranked team in 6A, the Heights High School Falcons. So they've got their work cut out for them, but Coach Hill, as you heard, said we're going to give them a great game, and I believe it. They're going to give them a good game. A full house here at Heights High. Heights drew very well, and Northwest also traveled very well. We've got a lot of fans in this building, and we're actually perched behind the visitors section. So we've got all our Northwest fans right below us, and we're about 7 minutes from the start of the introduction of the starting lineups, and to that end, we're going to give my voice a rest to give you a chance to listen to the pep band. something? Might be able to do it sitting down. I'm tall enough to do it. Huh? You're not tall enough? Start out.
I know. Dude's playing JV. I mean, Varsity.
There's just what I need. A halftime guest. Oh, no. You'd be a great.
Taco's not playing. Where's Darian?
Oh yeah, thanks. Wait, let me check the wound after I fall on my sword.
What is it? Very. That's what I thought.
Thank you.
You welcome.
This is what I want to look at.
It's just on the boys.
I know.
Landon's family's here.
Where's Landon at?
He's not with us.
They do got some followers. Let me take a name of these. Let me take a picture of these names real quick.
I asked them, I'm like, oh, well, they want me to come, like, how are you?
Why didn't you say no?
But it's that height, so it's all the way out. So I'm like, oh, you're Hamilton. He said, for real? I said, you in Hamilton? His mom and his mom's wife and his I'll be right back.
Damn!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are seconds away from the introduction of the starting lineups and the playing of our national anthem here at Heights High School. I'm assuming they're going to play the national anthem again. I don't know. I didn't ask, and I wasn't told. That decision's above my pay grade. And we are going to have the national anthem. That's the national anthem as played by the Heights High School Pep Band, and they did a wonderful job with our national anthem. Getting ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups. We will do that with them as we did with the girls contest, starting with the boys from Northwest. A 6'2" junior forward, number 1, Jerome Henderson. For Heights High, number 3, Chase Robinson, a 6'3" sophomore guard. For Northwest, number 2, 5'9" junior guard, Tayshawn Williams. For Heights High, number 5, a 6' senior point guard, Marcus Ziegler. For Northwest, a 5'11" sophomore guard, number 5, Eli Benning. And for Heights High, number 21, a 6'7" sophomore forward, Malachi Wilkins. For Northwest, a 5'9" senior guard, number 10, David Hudspeth. For Heights High, a 6'5" junior point guard, number 23, TJ Williams. And finally, rounding it out for Northwest, number 22, 6'4" senior forward, Javon Glover. And for Heights, it'll be a 6'1" senior guard, number 25, Kyrie Holt. The Falcons are coached by Joe Auer. He's assisted by Gary Thomason, Rich Foster, and Kyle Smith. Head coach of your Grizzlies is Andy Hill. He's assisted by Gavin Darr, Kylan Hawkins and Jim Murnaugh. Grizzlies are in their whites with dark numerals and dark trim, and Heights is all in black with, I hate these uniforms. Oh my gosh, they're so bad. They're in all black uniforms with black letters bordered in yellow and yellow trim, and whoever their haberdasher is needs to be replaced. Grizzlies will play from left to right here in the first half. And taking the opening tip for Northwest, it'll be TJ Williams. I'm sorry, I said that incorrectly. It'll be DeMarcus, no you're not, what am I saying? DeMarcus O'Neal for Heights, and I didn't even introduce him. And Heights will win the opening tip, so they bailed me out. Quickly down the court they go, and the shot is blocked and rebounded by the Grizzlies. And here comes Northwest. TJ Williams will bring it up the floor for the Grizzlies. And again on the floor for the Grizzlies, Robinson, number 3. I'm sorry, I got that pass backwards. It'll be Henderson, number 1, Williams, number 2, Benning, number 5, Hudspeth, number 10, and Javon Glover, number 22. And you know, just as I say that, what have I done backwards here? I've got this all backwards. And folks, my apologies. I assume the Grizzlies were in white. They are not. It is Heights that is in white, so I've got it all backwards, so I'm going to start all over again. No score, though, 1 minute in. I can tell you that much. Let's tell you who's on the floor for Northwest. Henderson, number 1. Williams, number 2. Benning, number 5. Hudspeth, number 10. Glover, number 22. And the Falcons draw first blood here. Bringing it up the floor for the Grizzlies was Benning. Shot is short by Glover. And Heights will rebound, and Heights will bring it up the floor. So I had it backwards when I called it. Northwest won the opening tip, and they just got a turnover. It'll be Northwest ball, and Henderson will inbound for Northwest on the far side of the court. He gives it to Benning, and Elijah Benning will bring it up. If you're not a novice to these broadcasts, you know that Elijah Benning is also a soccer player, multi-sport athlete. Williams has it for the Grizzlies. Back to Henderson. Henderson tried to do an alley-oop, but nobody was home, and Heights comes away with it. And just like that, it's 4-0, thanks to Chase Robinson. Folks, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. First foul of the game is charged against the Falcons. And it's charged against Kyrie Holt, number 25. There's 1 for 3, and it's good! And there's a block shot, and here come the Grizzlies, 3-on-1. They don't pass the rebound to Benning, and it does not fall. Oh, boy, I don't know how that stayed out. Heights comes back with it. And this time they're going to call a foul. And who's the foul on here? Foul's on Hudspeth. his first. Okay, Tayshawn Williams from 15 misses, rebounded by the Falcons. Here they come. Grizzlies trail 4-3. 4 minutes and change remaining. First quarter, a fast-moving quarter. And just like that, there's a 2-point lay-in for Marcus Ziegler. And the Grizzlies trail by 3. Glover has it, gives it to Benning. And, oh boy, that was taken away. And here comes Heights back with it. And an easy lay in that time by T.J. Williams. Henderson for 3. Good! 8-6, Grizzlies trail, 3:20 to go, first quarter. Henderson pounds one home. And we're hoping, I will tell you this, I'll tell you in a minute. Here comes Northwest back with it. Williams will bring it up. Tayshawn will drive into the paint. He'll try and lay it up himself, and the shot was blocked. Here comes Heights right back with it. This one goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. And a pretty fast-moving game here in this first quarter. Subbing in for Northwest. Number 13, Sincere Thompson, a 5'11" junior guard, comes into the contest. And he is joined by L.J. Phillips, number 24. He stands at 5'8". He's a senior guard. And you might recognize both of those names as they are both running backs on the football team this past year. Benning with it. Over here to Williams. Williams looking for some help. Puts up a scoop, doesn't go. Rebounded by Heights. And here comes T.J. Williams with it. That one goes out of play. It's going to stay with the Falcons. Actually, they called a foul. I missed that. L.J. Phillips, the guilty party. It will be a shooting foul. No, it will not. They changed their mind. So we'll inbound. It'll be Williams inbounding. Round the horn it goes. Wilkins has it. Now back to Williams. And over here on the near side to Bowen. Back to Williams. Williams with two guys on him. Tosses it back out. Now Benning trying to get a cheap steal. Almost did. Williams puts it up over Benning, and it's good. 10-6, Falcons lead. Tayshawn Williams brings it up the near side. Pulls it back out now. And out of bounds it goes. Hang on just a moment. Sure. You can stay here if you want. Because she's up there on the camera. We have a new videographer here as Moy got tired. She'd been standing up there for 2 hours, so I can understand that. It's not easy stuff. Off the heel that time, no good. Rebounded by Heights. Grizzlies down by 4. Williams brings it up for the Falcons. He puts it up from long range, doesn't go. Rebounded by Benning. Benning will bring it up the floor himself. Now he'll dish it off to Williams. Tayshawn Williams will bring it around. Williams back to Benning. And that is a big block, and a good block it is, by Jordan Ocon, excuse me. He's a big guy at 6'3". He's a senior forward. He's got to weigh all of 250. He's a big dude. Stays with Northwest. And that one is thrown in and intercepted. Ziegler all the way and dunks it for 2. 30 seconds to go in the half. And that one is thrown away, kind of a careless pass. And another turnover will give the Grizzlies another chance. Tayshawn Williams has it at the timeline. He'll bring it up himself. That one gets batted out of play. It'll stay with Northwest. And coming in is Jordan Alford for Heights, a 6-foot shooting guard, senior. There's a shot partially blocked, and that's the way the quarter will end. At the end of one, it's Falcons 12 and the Grizzlies 6. We'll pick up play in the second quarter here in 60 seconds. Stay with us. Stay with us at halftime. We do have a halftime guest, we hope. Darren Hammond, the assistant principal, has graciously agreed to join us here for a visit at halftime, should his duties not take him away from our immediate area. He's on administrative duty, and his area happens to be 10 feet from me. So as he's standing over there, making sure that our student section is well behaved, and he has had absolutely no problem at all tonight. Start of the second quarter, Heights gets it on the alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all sports. And just like that, a quick shot and a follow is good by Williams, and it's 14-6. Tayshawn Williams for Northwest. Oh, tried to feed it underneath and couldn't get it to go. It goes out of play, and the Grizzlies will turn it over. Let's tell you who's on the floor. L.J. Phillips just came out of the game. Tayshawn Williams is out there. Boy, this is hard. Tayshawn Williams is out there. We're going to get him for you here, folks. Bear with me. Sincere Thompson is back in the game, along with Hudspeth and Henderson. And who's the fifth one? I never thought I would need binoculars to look at my own team. Here's a 3-on-0 break for Heights. Oh, and he missed the dunk. And they're calling a jump ball, and that's a gift. The jump ball will give it to Northwest. So they get a 3-0 break and don't score. That doesn't happen often. Eli Benning comes back in for Northwest. He'll replace Tayshawn Williams. And I think Henderson is the person I did not mention when I was giving you the 5 on the floor. So you got Henderson and Benning and Thompson and Glover and Hudspeth. Those are your 5 on the floor for Northwest here in the second quarter. Grizzlies trail 14-6. 6:40 to go till halftime. A very fast-moving first half, I might add. And there's a travel. Yep, Glover traveled with it, and he knew it. And that will turn it over to the Falcons. So Darren Hammond, as I mentioned, will be our guest at halftime. We'll talk about whatever he wants to talk about, but I want to talk about, they had a pep rally at Northwest today, and he is the MC for the pep rallies. He does one heck of a good job. So we'll talk about the pep rally and how it all went. Around the horn it goes. Holt has it. I'm going to do this different. And there's an easy lay-in for Wilkins. And now the Grizzlies will bring it up. Thompson has it for Northwest. Almost got his pocket picked. And he got fouled instead. The foul's going to be charged to Wilkins. Let's try something. I'm getting dizzy flipping my paperwork around here. Grizzlies inbound. All the way over to Williams on the far side. There we go. Williams still has it. Now gives it to Glover. Glover thought about it, now drives, puts it up, it's blocked. And rebound to Heights, and here come the Falcons back with it. Falcons taking advantage of their height differential, and Grizzlies wanted to travel, didn't get it. Instead, Wilkins gets the basket. It's 18-6. And we have a kind of a repeat here in the second quarter of what happened in the first game. Henderson for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. And a travel this time is called. And that will give it to Northwest. 4:57 to go. Till halftime. Pretty exciting ball game. Well played by both teams. And Grizzlies, despite the score, are hanging in there. Haven't been able to find the bottom of the net here of late. Benning to Williams. Williams spin move, puts it up from 12, short. Rebounded by Heights, and we are not winning the rebound battle at all. There's an intercepted pass. Now the referees are going to decide whose ball it is. Heights says it's theirs. We say it's ours. It's ours. And I think that's the right call. I thought it was ours too. Henderson will inbound it to Benning, excuse me. Henderson rims a three-pointer in and out, no good, and it's rebounded by Robinson. Here comes Heights back. With the ball is Williams. Now he gives it off to Holt. Holt's shot is missed and rebounded, and Hudspeth got his pocket picked, and that cost us 3 points. Wow. Ziegler got a three-pointer after Hudspeth got his pocket picked. It's 21-6, and the Grizzlies have called the timeout with 4:03 to go. We'll go ahead and take 1-2. Stay with us. We'll be back. coming back out of the timeout. Can't give enough credit to our outstanding crew here tonight. One of whom has decided to remain anonymous now. So I promised her I would not say her name, but she's doing a great job on camera. There's a three-pointer by Tayshawn Williams. And it's 21-9, 3:40 to go till half. See if Grizzlies can chip into this lead here. Why that wasn't a travel, I don't know. But here's Benning with it, picking up the loose ball, dishes it off, a three-pointer try off the rim, no good, and rebounded by Glover. Glover to Williams for three, good! Tayshawn Williams, 2 in a row. And the lead is down to 9. It was as high as 15. Williams sends it over on the far side. That's an air ball by Marcus Ziegler. And there has to be a foul called, and there is. Let's see how they call this one. They're going to give it to Northwest. So I think that's the correct call. Looks like the foul's going to be charged on Kyrie Holt. That'll be his second. It's a third team foul on Heights. Grizzlies only have 2 fouls in this half. Been a low fouling game, obviously, so far. Unlike the girls' game, which was a foul contest. L.J. Phillips is in the game now, and Glover gives it to Benning. Besides those two, you have Tayshawn Williams and Javon Glover. That's your 5 on the floor. Williams tried another falling away 3, and now a foul's called. The shot missed, and on the rebound, a foul's going to be called against Northwest. And it's fouled on L.J. Phillips. That'll be his second. So L.J. has committed 2 of the team's 3 fouls here in this game. Heights with it, 2 minutes to go. On the near side, there's Wilkins. Wilkins gives it to Ziegler again. Ziegler feeds it on the far side now. Good defense being played by the Grizzlies. Oh, they got past it, though. T.J. Williams got past it and had an easy lay-in. Here comes Northwest back with it. Tayshawn Williams pulls it out. 2-3 zone being played by Heights. Feeds it into Glover. Glover trying to get a spin move and put it up. Good! Great basket by Javon Glover. He had a defender hanging all over him. 23-14. Grizzlies down by 9 again. If they can keep it close, they can do something in the second half here. Williams. That one was into Wilkins, and he missed. Rebounded by Northwest. There's a long one. Oh, my goodness. A hard foul, and the trainer wastes no time coming out. This may take a minute. Looked like he hit his head on the floor when he went down, and I think that's one of the reasons the trainers are all out there. Now the coach is out there as well. Andy Hill is wanting something, and he's not getting it. And everybody in the building is applauding. And everybody in the building is now standing up. Sincere Thompson walking off on his own power, thank goodness. He'll be replaced by Henderson, I think. Well, this is interesting. They didn't even call a foul on that. That is most interesting. Benning will inbound for Northwest. Hudspeth is out there with him. Glover is out there. There's Tayshawn Williams with the ball. And then Henderson as well. And that's the 5 on the floor for Northwest. We might actually talk to our Darren Hammond about that. There's a nice block. Here come the Grizzlies back. 25 seconds to go. Tayshawn Williams on the near side, underneath. Oh, and they gave it up. Now a foul's called. Who they gonna call that on? They called it on. I have no idea who they calling this on. They called it on DJ Dingle. Number 12, his first. And there's a loose ball on the floor that went out of bounds. It'll turn over to Northwest. They have 13 seconds remaining to do something with it. Stay tuned here at halftime when I know that we're going to have Darren Hammond because he's standing right next to me. Hudspeth going for the last shot now. Here's Williams with it into the corner, underneath, up, and it doesn't go. It's blocked. What are they going to call? They're going to call a foul, and it looks like we're going to have free throws here with 2 seconds to go. And it'll be Glover shooting the free throws. Marcus Ziegler picked up his first foul. And the first free throw is no good. Come on, Javon, put that thing home. Let's get it down to 8 here. Glover's second one, missed them both. And the clock runs, and that's it. And that will not count if it goes in. It does not anyway. Okay. We're at halftime. We'll let Leslie add up the numbers. We'll get to you later. I need the camera on me. Right here. Mic check. You mind holding that? Oh, sure. Okay. Just look into that camera. Look at that pretty young lady over there in the camera, you know. And okay, welcome to halftime. Grizzlies trail at half, 23-14 to the Heights Falcons, and we're joined at halftime by Assistant Principal Darren Hammond. And glad to have you, first of all. And
glad to be here.
I don't even know where to start. I think I'm going to start with an event this afternoon. We had our winter sports pep rally today, and you are the pep rally master of ceremonies expertise.
I was given the job last year and try to bring some energy and excitement in. I really do enjoy getting out there and getting in front of the kids and getting everybody excited for athletics.
And the kids, they're well behaved at pep. I've never seen anything that you don't want to see at a pep rally. And not only are they well behaved, but they are loud.
Yeah. No, they do a great job, and they get excited for everybody. And there's just nothing better than seeing our kids get excited for the Bear Buddies and all of our student athletes that grace our school. And it's truly a great place to be. And I'm couldn't be happier to be at Northwest.
Tell us a little bit about you. How long have you been at Northwest?
So started last year, second semester. So this will be my first full year this year. I actually went to school here at Heights. So this
I
is
didn't
always
know that.
weird coming back to the old stomping grounds.
Is this a house divided situation?
No, I'm a Grizzly.
Okay.
I'm a Grizzly now.
Okay, well, that's good.
So, no, there's none of that.
Well, I thought I'd put you on the record anyway. No. So, where were you before you came?
I was
to
at
Northwest?
Hamilton Middle School before.
Okay.
Spent 13 and a half years on South Broadway at Hamilton Middle School, and got moved up last year.
Okay. And obviously you like Northwest.
Oh, I love Northwest.
We can tell just by the way you carry yourself.
There's not a better high school in the city of Wichita.
Yeah, I could not agree more. It's just awesome. I love being there myself. So, and the association is great. These kids are fabulous.
We have the best kids in the city of Wichita, and regardless how this game turns out, I'll take our Grizzlies any day of the week.
There you go. Well, we got a good turnout.
We do.
We traveled well here.
They did, and even with the physical ID policy that they have here, unfortunately, I had to turn away a lot. We would have had a crowd probably 2 or 3 times the size of this. But Heights, they follow the rules to the T.
And the rule is what?
Physical ID for
one of these?
For the events.
Okay.
We allow student view ID at a lot of our home events.
That's on the phone?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the app that's on their phone. So, any students at Northwest, make sure you bring your physical ID.
Okay. Well, a lot of them did. We have a good student section.
No, a lot of them did a great job of bringing it.
Yeah.
We've been making announcements. A lot of kids paid attention. I think some kids just never got it printed at the beginning of the year. And we'll have an influx of IDs on Monday, I have a feeling. So.
I mean ID requests?
Yes.
The people that lost them?
Getting them made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I figured you meant. So what are your responsibilities? I mean, you're an assistant principal, but that doesn't really say a whole heck of a lot. What are your responsibilities more specifically?
Sorry, they're everything. When they yell in my ear, I normally have to come running. But
you have to go?
I think I'm okay right now.
Okay.
I do everything from, at the school, 504s to enrollment, new enrollees, pep assemblies, disclaimers. I
know you're a busy guy.
I stay busy. I enjoy it. I always say I've never had a long day, but
that means you're having fun too.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. Well, we're glad to have you, and I know the kids love you. I know that.
Student body that we've got at Northwest they're bar none to anyone in the city of Wichita.
Super. So. I'm going to let you take care of whatever your thing is.
It.
I'm a little concerned about that. Thanks for being with us.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Darren Hammond, our guest here at halftime, and as you can tell, he's working as he's on the road. He just buzzed off. He just got buzzed again. They need him for something, and that's what he's here for. But the something isn't anywhere near us. The kids in front of us are so well behaved here at halftime. It's just amazing. 23-14 at half. We got about 5 minutes before the start of the second half. I'm going to rest my voice, turn my mic off, let you listen to music. Take care. It was just brought to my attention. I never gave you the totals from the first half. Let me do that real quick. For Northwest, Henderson has 3. Tayshawn Williams has 6. Benning has 3. Glover has 2. And when you only have 14 on the board, that's about all you're going to get out of that. For Heights, you've got Chase Robinson with 5. Marcus Ziegler with 4. Wilkins has 8. And TJ Williams has 6, and that's their 23 points. So Grizzlies are not out of this by any means. We'll see what happens here in 4 minutes. We'll be back. Back with a minute to go here at halftime. And once again, want to remind you all that this webcast, like all the webcasts from Northwest, are a student-driven production, primarily with students from the audiovisual department and Shane Monroe's leadership. His classes provide the students who do the work here, and they are doing a great job tonight. We have Evan McGee, who's right now running the camera, but she's going to be back on the computer. And our anonymous camera person will take her place. And I'm grateful to Leslie Bravo, who's here doing stats. Makes my job a lot easier. And, of course, our executive producer, Jonathan Shieu, right now, he's on the floor. So we have a busy crew here tonight, and they're all doing a great job, and I'm grateful to each and every one of them. We want to Malia, want to thank her for her work. She has gone home. She has taken off. She's on her feet for a good solid 2 hours running the camera. That's pretty good for something that you've never done before. Heights will inbound to start the third quarter on the alternating possession. Grizzlies will play from left to right here in the second half. So we are underway here in quarter number 3. In the corner, Ziegler gives it to Williams. Back to Ziegler for 3, and it's off the heel. No good. Rebounded there by Robinson. Robinson over again to Holt now. Holt gives it back to Ziegler. And there's a long, that would have been a long 2. He had a foot on the line, but it didn't go anyway. And Northwest comes away with it. Here's Tayshawn Williams bringing it coast to coast, putting it up. It doesn't go. Rebounded there by the Falcons. A loose ball. Ziegler does a good job to control it for Heights. He'll send one down now to Robinson. Sends it back out to Williams. Grizzlies in a 2-3. Switching it off. Holt passes it in to Wilkins. Wilkins puts it up and scores. Wilkins draws first blood in the second half. Williams has it now for Northwest. Passes it over to Javon Glover. We'll tell you who's on the floor. We haven't done that. Besides those two rascals, we've got Jerome Henderson on the floor and David Hudspeth and Javon Glover. That's your 5 on the floor to start the second half of this contest. There's a long 3. Good! Eli Benning puts home a 3, and we're down by 8. Holt passes it in, and Robinson, loose ball on the floor, picked up by Benning. He may drive this one himself. No, he's going to pull it back out. Williams for 3, off the heel, no good. And Marcus Ziegler gets the rebound, sends it up here to Chase Robinson. Robinson under the basket, a foul, count the basket by Wilkins. He'll go to the line and shoot 1. First foul of the half is charged to Javon Glover. That's his first. Wilkins will shoot 1. Misses. Rebounded there by the Grizzlies. Benning brings it down after a feed by Henderson, who got the rebound. Back to Henderson it goes. Henderson spin move, count it. Good basket by Jerome Henderson, the 6'2" junior. Robinson for Heights. Benning on him. And a bad pass is picked off pretty nicely, I might add, by Henderson. Williams back to Henderson. Henderson a long three. Good! Jerome Henderson for three, and we're down by 5. 3 minutes gone, third quarter. Another fast-moving quarter. Not a lot of stoppages in this game. Unlike the girls' contest, which had no flow at all. Nature of the beast, I guess. That one in and out for three by Ziegler. Rebounded there by, by Bowen, and he missed. Now we have a whistle. Wilkins comes out, and it was actually Bowen that just came in, so I had a number wrong, and I apologize for that. Marcus Ziegler with it. Over in the corner to Holt. To Ziegler. Now to Bowen. Bowen, no good defense that time by Glover. And the ball's loose on the floor. Who's going to get it? They're going to call what? A timeout was called. I'm not sure by whom. We'll find out here in a moment. It was called by Northwest, and it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. We'll remind you that we're back on here Tuesday. We're at home for the home opener against the South High Titans, and we'll be on the air at 5:40 with the girls' pregame show with head coach Marcus Myers. And then the girls' game will come on, and then, of course, we'll have all the activity in the boys' contest against the South High Titans. That's Tuesday night. Mark it on your calendar. Join us on NWHS Grizz. .4:14 to go in the third. Clock running. Grizzlies trail by 5. They have the ball. Benning brings it up the floor. He's out there with Tayshawn Williams, Jerome Henderson, Javon Glover, and David Hudspeth. That's the 5 on the floor. Underneath, tried to get it to Glover. And the pass just not long enough. Ball knocked out of play, and it's going to stay with Northwest. Benning will inbound it. And now Williams has it. Drives some. Sends one all the way across to Hudspeth for 3. Good! David Hudspeth gets us within a pair. Marcus Ziegler with the ball. This is the closest we've been since early in the first quarter. There's a steal, maybe. Oh, it went out of bounds. Oh, and they gave it to Northwest, evidently last touched by T.J. Williams. And it will be a Northwest inbound by Benning. Benning to Williams. Back to Benning. Back to Williams. Now to Hudspeth. Hudspeth drives, puts it up, doesn't go, gets his own rebound, sends it back out for Williams. Grizzlies with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Tayshawn Williams, is he fouled or did they call a travel? They called a foul on Wilkins. That'll be his second, first team foul of the half for Heights High, and it will send Tayshawn Williams to the line with a chance to tie the game. First one's up and good. Williams' second attempt now. He makes them both. We're tied. 3:10 to go. 3:10 to go in the third quarter, and it's a tie game at 27. Kind of a low-scoring game so far. which works in the favor of Northwest. Here's Ziegler with it. Passing it around. Williams with it at the moment. Into the corner now. To Holt. Holt passes it all clear across. Back to Williams. And Benning picks his pocket. Oh, he tried to feed it to Tayshaun Williams, and he couldn't make it go. Now underneath there's an attempt at a dunk. It doesn't go, but a foul is going to be called. We're going to be shooting free throws here. The foul's on Glover. It's his second. Also the team's second of the second half. Glover will go to the line. Williams will go to the line to shoot a pair. And the first one misses. Subbing in now for Kyrie Holt. Coming back into the game is Chase Robinson for the Falcons. Grizzlies haven't subbed in a while. Playing the hand they're dealt. Williams' second one is good. Falcons take a 1-point lead. 2:30 to go, third quarter. Hudspeth brings it down, gives it to Williams. Williams, spin move, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded there by Williams. And Ziegler driving under the basket. What do they call him? Did he step on the baseline? He must have. It'll be Grizzly basketball. 2:06 to go. Grizzlies can take the lead on this possession. Grizzlies trailed at half 23-14. They were down by 9. Now they're down by 1. And it goes to Hudspeth. Hudspeth pulls it back out. Underneath. Oh, Glover couldn't. Oh, no, Henderson couldn't make it go. Wilkins, he goes up, forgot to take the ball with him. And what are they going to call here? Not probably going to call a foul because of that. Wilkins will go to the line and shoot a pair. Looks like they're calling the foul on Javon Glover. That'll be his third. Wilkins will go to the line. Holt's going to come back in here for the Falcons, and L.J. Phillips will come in for Northwest, replacing Javon Glover. So we have Henderson and L.J. Phillips, Eli Benning, David Hudspeth, and Tayshaun Williams on the floor for Northwest. Second free throw coming. And he rattles and it falls. He made them both. Grizzlies down by 3. Williams comes back in and Ziegler goes out. Benning brings the ball down, gives it to Henderson, now to Tayshaun Williams. Back to Henderson in the corner. Henderson back to Williams. Tayshaun into the paint. Puts it up from 10 feet, doesn't go. And a foul, yes, a foul is called. It will send Williams to the line to shoot a pair. Foul is charged to Kyrie Holt. That's his third, second team foul of the half. And I'm pleased to report that Assistant Principal Darren Hammond is back up here at his post, so he's taking care of whatever it is, and he's smiling, so it can't be too bad. Tayshaun made the first. Here comes number 2. He makes them both. We're down by 1 again. On the far side. Falcons bring it up. T.J. Williams has the ball at the moment. Grizzlies in a 2-3. Ziegler to Williams. Over here on the near side, now inside to Wilkins. He lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Heights. Coach Hill not too happy with that call. Inside a minute to go now in the third quarter. Comes back out. Ziegler has it. Good job of marking by Hudspeth, and Wilkins gets the dunk. (32-29), 30 to go. Out it comes and around the horn. And it looks like the Grizzlies are going to play for one here, as Hudspeth is holding the ball. 15 seconds on the clock. 10 now. And he makes his move. And he loses the ball doing it. Grizzlies get it right back. There's a long one. And I do mean long. It was way short. L.J. Phillips made a desperation shot at the end, but it doesn't go. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, Grizzlies trail Heights 32-29. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. Stay with us. Getting set here for the fourth quarter. Grizzlies will inbound to start play. The student section for Northwest is just as large as the student section for Heights, and you heard Mr. Hammond talking about the fact you actually had to have your physical ID with you to get in, and if you didn't, they weren't letting you in. So we probably have some kids who are watching this at home on NWHS Grizz. And you can watch it again on NWHS Grizz on Tuesday when we take on South at home in our home opener. Henderson for 3, and we're tied. In the fourth quarter, we're tied with the number 1 team in 6A. Who says we can't play with these guys? 32 apiece. Ziegler. Ooh. Well, timeout has been called by Heights with 7:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies trailing 34-32 after that last basket. It's a full timeout. We'll take it 2. We'll be back. Grizzlies trail 34-32, 7:28 to go. Grizzlies have not led. But they were tied in this quarter. 20 seconds ago, it was tied. Grizzlies will get the ball with a chance to tie or go ahead again. With the ball is Tayshawn Williams. Also on the floor, Eli Benning, Jerome Henderson, Tayshawn Williams, and L.J. Phillips. Back out to Williams. Williams pulls everybody out. They're going to take their time and get a good shot here. Get a good look at the basket. There's a three-pointer, short, rebounded by Heights, and they promptly toss it out of bounds. It'll be Grizzly basketball. It's inbounded. L.J. Phillips has it. And as you can see, our student section is now standing. Williams, good for three! Grizzlies lead! .640 to go. Grizzlies led with 6:40 to go in the game, and that doesn't mean it's over. They just gave up a basket, and Wilkins is going to get a three-point play on the first foul charge to Tayshawn Williams. He'll try for 3 points the old-fashioned way. And he makes it, so it's a 2-point game with 6:40 to go. Williams with it. Chance to tie or take the lead. Up it goes. A foul is called. Well, we're going to be shooting free throws again. Looks like it'll be Tayshawn Williams at the line. And the foul is being charged to Chase Robinson. That's his first. Third team foul on the Falcons here in the second half. Grizzlies have 4. First one is good. Come on, Tayshawn, tie it up. You can do it. You can do it. He makes them both. The game is tied at 37 with 6:32 to go. I do not know what the delay is. Now they resume play. Ziegler will let it roll for some unknown reason. Now he picks it up. Ziegler to Robinson over here on the near side to Holt. Underneath to Williams, off the glass, count it. Grizzlies trail 39-37. Williams again will bring it across the timeline. Benning to Henderson. That one is batted away, but Benning is there to pick it up. Oh, that one is stolen now by Ziegler, and a long one down there to Wilkins, and Wilkins traveled with it. It'll turn it right back over to Northwest. I believe it was L.J. Phillips that was trying to draw the charge. He didn't do it. He comes out now, and Glover comes back in for him. But it was still a good defensive play on the part of the Grizzlies. What do we have here? We have a timeout being taken by somebody. 5:46 to go. I think the timeout was called by Heights. It was. 39-37 the score. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout anyway. What an exciting contest here to start the season. Playing at the house of the #1 team in 6A. And we actually led a minute ago. This is not over by any means. Grizzlies are playing them tough. And this says good things about this team for the rest of the year, regardless of how this game ends up. We are certainly excited for the prospects. Underneath the basket. Oh, had the right idea, did Henderson, but forgot to take the ball up with him. It will stay with Northwest as it was punched out of his hand. And Benning will inbound. Over here to Sincere Thompson for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson brings it down himself, goes coast to coast, and lays it in. You can't give them those easy lay-ins, folks. 41-37. Heights. Grizzlies need to score on this possession. Over here to Eli Benning. Benning to Williams. Williams top of the key now, looking for some help. Got Holt all over him. Dishes it off inside. Now he comes back to Benning again. Benning underneath. Oh, that was intended for Henderson. Henderson booted it. Goes out of play, and it will be a turnover, and it will be Heights basketball. Bringing the ball up the floor is Chase Robinson. Robinson gives it to Ziegler. Ziegler with it. From Wilkins to Ziegler, a long three misses. And the Grizzlies get the rebound. Glover, a great defensive rebound. Now here comes Northwest with a chance to cut the lead in half. Williams. Glover almost walked with it. Tried to pass it. It was knocked out of play. It'll stay with Northwest. 4:09 to go. Grizzlies down by 4. Substitution as Bowen comes in for Heights. And Robinson takes a seat. Henderson will inbound. Gets it to Williams. Tayshaun Williams. And another whistle. I didn't see what happened here. We'll see what they call. I missed this foul. It is on Kyrie Holt, his 4th. Each team with 4 team fouls now. Benning will inbound. Jerome Henderson has it. Back to Tayshaun Williams. Williams up and it's blocked. Wilkins blocks it. It stays with Northwest as he blocked it out of bounds, but a good defensive play that time by the Falcons. The inbound, oh my goodness. Williams got fouled by Ziegler. I thought he got fouled twice by Ziegler. They called it the second time. It'll be Grizzly basketball from the side as that's foul number 2 on Ziegler. And it comes to Hudspeth. David Hudspeth over to underneath. And what do we have here? Henderson actually rolled out of bounds while he had the ball in his possession, so they're going to turn it over. It'll go to Heights with 3:38 to go. Chase Robinson comes back in for the Falcons. Grizzlies stand pat with Henderson, Hudspeth, Benning, Williams, and Glover. It's a 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies with 3:30 to go. Wilkins drives, dishes it off, and a turnover. It'll belong to Northwest. Thought they called double dribble. I'm not exactly sure what they called. It doesn't matter. It's our ball. Hudspeth brings it up the floor. Gives it to Benning. Benning in the corner to Williams for 3. That's way long, and it's rebounded by Wilkins, and here comes Heights back with it. 3 minutes to go. Reverse layup doesn't go. Grizzlies get it on the rebound by Glover. Hudspeth for three, in and out, no good. We just can't buy a basket all of a sudden. Robinson. And now we have a whistle and a timeout, I assume, is being called by Heights. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them, take a breather, stay with us, we'll be back. Your homework is watch this tomorrow. Both of you. Watch this tomorrow and see what you did. Coming out of the timeout, let's reset the game for you. 2:36 remaining. Falcons 41, Grizzlies 37. Falcons have 5 team fouls. Grizzlies have 4. And timeout-wise, Grizzlies have 3 and Heights has 2 remaining. Grizzlies led with 6:40 to go by 1. They've been hanging up. They came from behind in the third quarter and been hanging tight with them all game. After trailing by as many as 15 at one point. Robinson inbounds it to Ziegler. Here we go. Ziegler with Hudspeth in front of him. Back to Robinson. Robinson looking for some help. Gets it from TJ Williams. Williams will pull it out. Henderson's out there with him. No changes in the Grizzly lineup, by the way. There's a shot blocked and a rebound by Northwest and a whistle. What are they calling? Calling another foul. This one's on Wilkins. That's his third. Team foul number 6, so the Grizzlies are in bonus land now the rest of the contest. Here we go. Williams brings it up the floor. And a stolen by Heights, a 3-on-0 break. That'll be an easy dunk. Tayshaun Williams makes it a 6-point game with less than 2 minutes to go. Pretty critical mistake by the Grizzlies late in this contest. Glover. Hudspeth for 3. In and out, no good. We can't buy a basket. Now a foul is called. Who's it going to be called on? It's called on Benning. That's his first foul. Team foul number 5 for Northwest. 91 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and a full timeout is being taken now by the Grizzlies. We'll take it with them. We'll be back. Malachi Wilkins, leads all scorers. He's got 23 points in this one. He's got more than half of their scoring. And he's got at least 3 dunks. Perhaps more. I haven't kept track of that. And Heights will get the ball to resume play with 91 seconds remaining. TJ Williams has it, going to bring it up himself. Over here on the near side is Williams being guarded by Henderson. Benning did everything except get the ball, and he ended up fouling. And that will not put him in the bonus yet. It's his second foul. So we had a foul to give. Both teams now in the bonus after this for the rest of the game. Ziegler with it for Heights. Gives it to TJ Williams, who gives it to Wilkins. Wilkins is double teamed, and we get the ball back. And Benning is hurt, I think. Benning is hurt. And now he gets up. Wilkins fell on him. And Benning was in a very awkward position, to say the least. Grizzlies have it now, less than a minute to go. Tayshaun Williams driving, dishes it back, and it's picked off by TJ Williams, and that may be it. And Williams goes coast to score, and it's an 8-point game. Hudspeth for 3. He has not been able to get a basket to go from long distance this entire half. Benning intercepts that one. And here comes Henderson up the near side. Williams with it. He puts up a 3. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Heights. Ziegler has it. 10 seconds to go. That's going to do it. And Ziegler showing off. Misses his basket. And it looks like Tayshaun Williams got hurt down here. They did not stop play. And we're final. Final score, Heights Falcons 47, Northwest 37. We'll give Leslie a minute. Thank you, ladies, very much. We'll give... Oh, go ahead.
What was the last number?
It was 23. All righty. Pretty good effort tonight by your Grizzlies. Again, they led in the fourth quarter and against the number 1 team in the state in 6A at their place. First game of the year. It's a pretty good effort by your Grizzlies, and the Falcons finally pulled away late to make it a 10-point game, but the game was never as close. Or let me rephrase what I'm saying. The game was a lot closer than the final score indicated for sure. So we'll give you the totals here in just a minute, and then we're going to wrap this one. We'll wrap up this puppy and put it to bed. While Leslie is still compiling here, we'll tell you that we're on the air 5:40 on Tuesday from home. Our home opener. We'll have South High there, and please join us. Okay, here are the highlights. First of all, for Heights. Robinson with 5, Ziegler with 4, Dingle with 2. Wait a minute. Yeah, Dingle with 2. 25 for Wilkins. He had a boatload. Williams had 6, 7, 10, 15. And that's the Heights scoring. 4 Northwest. 3, 8, 11 points for Jerome Henderson. And 6, 10, 14 points for Williams. 15 for Williams, excuse me. Eli Benning with 6, Hudspeth with 3, and Javon Glover had 2 And that's the scoring summary for Northwest. We're going to go ahead and sign it off. We got a lot of cleanup here to do. I want to thank everybody in our crew, our executive producer, Jonathan Shieu, statistician Leslie Bravo, our videographers, Ava McGee, who also ran the computer for us tonight, and Hoy Malin. We appreciate all their efforts tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you good people on Tuesday. Until Tuesday, for all of us here at Heights High, once again, Falcons 47, Northwest 37. Until Tuesday, Kevin Arkin saying good night.